And we are live here on Plus One EXP's Roll for Content channel. My name is Tony Vicinda. I'm Chief Alchemist here at Plus One EXP, which is a weird little brand that multi-classes in tabletop game design and the Bardic College of Content Creation. Our hope here at Plus One EXP is to help amazing designers find great players who love their games, and amazing players find great designers whose games they can love. We do that in a lot of different ways, but the most fun way, which we have been doing for the last 3 weeks with this game, is sitting down with the creator of that game to play it. We are playing through Ambition as a 3-part stream with Yanni, the creator of the game, which is live right now over on GameFound. You can check it out at ttrpg.link/ambition. It's going to be like somewhere down there. Everybody point down towards the bottom of your screen just so people know where to go.
Right over there.
Or it's linked if you're watching this later. And we are super excited to be here tonight for the conclusion of this 3-part stream. I think most of us wish we could just keep on rolling through. Speaking of most of us, let's meet our players. Oh man, we talked about last week ahead of time. Tell us something cool about your character. Let's keep that rolling. So introduce yourself, your character, and maybe a favorite moment of play that you got to experience last time. I should have prepped you all, and I didn't. So while y'all are thinking about that, let's go over to Yanni to get the elevator pitch for Ambition and hear a little bit more about the game.
Hey guys, thank you for coming and checking out the game. Ambition is a psychological Taoist fantasy tactics tarot TTRPG. It's doing a lot. It's got 3 modes of play, Tales for that uses rules-light play to kind of build up narratives and stories, and then engagements and tribunals where you've resolved narrative tension through violence or through your wit, wile, and dialogue. Tribunals are really, really cool. If you missed last session, we did an awesome tribunal against the Hunter. You can go check it out. Right now we're live on GameFound. We've got 2 days left of funding. We are $50 away from a stretch goal that I'm very, very excited to hit. It's a post hitting all of our fable stretch goal, and it's a lot of work. So hopefully we shoot right past it and then do some of the easier ones after too, so it feels a little better. But yeah, come check it out. Come back it on GameFound. I'm really, really excited to be running the 3rd session of the Unknown for you guys.
Awesome. And let's go over to your real life stepdad and mine, the person who I split custody of the stream with. Let's go to Sarah. Sarah, why don't you tell people who you are, what you do, a little bit about your character, and maybe one of your favorite moments of play from the last session.
Hi, I'm Sarah Frank, or Sarah X Franco. I'm your real life stepdad and a cult leader here at Plus One. I am playing Ido, the Sundance Satyr, and she's very cool. She's just very cool. I'm really enjoying playing her. One of my favorite bits about her during the engagement is the different provocations that she has. Like, it is very haha, you missed me, taunting, and then when I actually when I get the opportunity to hit, it just feels very badass, very as Yanni has explained, a Devil May Cry mechanics, which who doesn't love that? That's, you're ricocheting bullets, you're just being a pain in the butt. I love that very, very much. And one thing that I've loved from the last bit of play, does it need to be something that I did? Because I'm still thinking about Tony's whole little montage about...
I mean, if it's like, let's compliment Tony or any other player, I think that's fine.
Well, I keep thinking about the moment that Tony was when you altered fate. I can't remember the specifics, but you were talking about how you had led people and they had failed, and you felt these big moments, and it was what the hell just happened? I got emotional, and just the way that the game supported that moment was sick as hell. So that's going to be, I'm still thinking about it. So that's going to be my favorite moment.
Awesome. Let's hit up Artie next.
Hello, my name is Artie. I also go by Werewolf BF. That's where is on the question, wolf is in the animals, and the letters B and F. You can find me basically everywhere that matters to me under that screen name. And I am an actual play performer and a game designer. Check me out at Timba the Wizard's Twitch channel, as well as here at Plus One EXP. My game Dino the Light It's a sort of nostalgic, melancholy game about helping sort of be custodians of a city for a night as it's filled with wonder and darkness.
Awesome. Dusty. Oh wait, no, sorry, Artie. What was one of your favorite modes to play?
Absolutely. God, I love playing a character who can yap, who can throw it around with the villains, and there is nothing that I love more than getting shot across the entire body for doing it. That was the perfect reaction, and I loved it.
Awesome, Dusty.
Hello, hi. I'm Dusty. I'm usually online anywhere that matters to me at Dustehill. I'm an actual play performer, producer, and game designer. I'm usually around like All Bits and Gays, Bring Your Own Mech, Interrogation, and I make silly, genreful games sometimes that are not so silly, but they're called like Trans Vampire Cowboys, that kind of good stuff. I had a ton of fun last time playing Durai, the Harpy, the Bulwark. I had a lot of fun really exploring this character without having them express themselves as much. Like literally being the shield and going into action and not having them like say, oh, I'm here to protect you, and just like having to like have them do that, and it's showing a lot of the character and how the game allows that to happen. Also, the 30% bullet was pretty good.
Yeah. I had a really great time playing Panos last time. I said a thing at the end where I was like, I feel like we were really bad at this. And then as we talked through it and hearing the chat and talking to other people who have played Tribunal, turns out we fucking wrecked that shit. We did really good for the first time. Since Sarah shouted a moment for my character, like going outside and grabbing the lamp to try to signal Enoch back more quickly, allowing us to not get all of our shops collectively wrecked. I think is one of the reasons that worked out. Was we had a little bit of aid and you got him here a little bit faster. Again, like the reality of how like the social combat worked and the way it supported that, super tremendous. Loved getting to stretch those muscles that I didn't know existed within like the role-playing retinue. Just pulled in a lot of really great things. Super excited to play tonight. We have had safety conversations as we've gone, but tonight as we get into the last one, there are some heavy themes in this one. Just a reminder that all of our safety tools are still in place. So that's lines, fails, the X and the O card, as well as an open door policy. We won't review all those now, but if you go back to session one, we talked through them extensively, unless any of our players have a question and just to pause and talk about something. Cool. Then Yanni, why don't you give everybody the heads up that you just reminded us before we went live also too, so anybody out there watching has that knowledge.
Yeah, for sure. So this is the final session of The Unknown, and the kind of the conclusion of this narrative will deal with some heavy themes revolving around suicide. This is a emotionally heavy session, so going and watching it, just be careful if you have sensitivities for it. I would recommend kind of tuning off the stream after the second fight that happens that we do today. But yeah, so just be careful. It's an emotionally heavy session today. I also wanted to say, shout out my favorite moment from last game. Sarah, when you use Delicate Touch to touch the rifle and find out more about what's going on, was one of the most ambitious coded actions that you could have done. I feel like you 100% are in the mindset of this system in such an amazing way. I love that moment. I thought it was so awesome.
Thank you. Thank you.
Awesome.
But yeah, I am ready when you guys are.
Take us in.
Awesome. So last session, you got to Enoch ran out into the woods, and a hunter returned looking for well, now you guys know after the tribunal, looking for Lily. They had a bit of a scrap and they were tracking them. You changed fate and turned it into a bloodhound, and you did a very, very good job at surviving. You did a good job at protecting the mill, and there was an uncomfortable confrontation when Enoch returned because of their fate entwining with the witch. They made a deal with the devil that you know is now the bloodhound that's out there. After which Enoch agreed to guide you all through. Now that you have a place in mind, now that Durai saw the sunset at the edge of the forest, they will use their lantern to lead you through the otherwise dangerous unknown. So all of you, also in Ambition, we just started a new scene. We're going to, once we change locations, that's officially going to go into effect. But what that means for your characters is that your full health, if you have taken any normal damage, your morale doesn't heal if you've taken any morale damage. And Panos, you get one more spite back if you spent any of your spite. But yeah, so, also last session, we drew the 2 encounter cards, but I'm going to be talking about those in a little bit once we set the stakes for what we're doing. Enoch is going to kind of grab their lantern and walk to the edge of the forest, and they stand there kind of fiddling with like the aperture, and it focuses this bright yellow beam. It doesn't have that same kind of panning. It's like a spotlight, and it pierces through the edges of the sever, the storm that's raging on, and it creates like a very direct path. And they're going to kind of turn to you all as they're fiddling with their lantern, and they're going to say, just remember, fledglings, it's dangerous out there, but not for the reasons you may think. Pain is movement out in the sever. It's the comfort that will kill you. You're going to meet people out there, familiar, unfamiliar, but everyone who has been affected by that storm are not the same person they came here as. Do you understand?
Of course. Thank you.
Ido is skeptical.
Yeah. The warmth of my light, it will be uncomfortable. It'll keep you moving, but most importantly, it will reveal where you need to go. And with that, we're going to talk about the cards that were drawn. So as you venture out into the unknown, even while guided, Enoch is going to make sure that you get to your destination. After 2 draws from the deck, and we've already done the first one, the 3rd draw will always be where you need to go, and you'll always have a path back. For our first encounter into the unknown, we draw a place and an encounter, the nature of or a nature and an encounter. For the nature, we drew the Knight of Cups, and for the place, we drew the 4 of Swords. Does anybody want to change fate here? This will affect both the place and the engagement. And on your sheet, you'll have like a little blurb about changing fate. All of these are very, very bespoke. So they're very narratively tailored to what is happening in front of you. So just do it based on your vibes. Do you feel like your character wants a rhythm here that suits them? That's the best kind of judgment you can make right now.
Yeah, looking at mine, of a place shapes the room to fit your style, an encounter to challenge you, and a crowd to cheer for you. I really want that.
Okay, yeah, 100%. So we're going to add the Sundance to the spread. There you are, Ido. And this is going to do a couple of things, but not all of them are going to be revealed immediately. I think we're going to keep this in mind as we walk forward, as this memory kind of develops in front of us. So you guys are walking out into the unknown, and the shadow or the heat of the lantern behind you is like very, very uncomfortable. Like you're in direct 110 degrees sunlight. It makes your clothes warm. It makes you sweat, and any direct skin that you have, if it's touching you, it burns a little bit. And because of that, it casts these very, very long shadows in front of you. And in this kind of shadow of your group too, you come across one second. I actually just had my train of thought ruptured by a Discord notification. Let me turn that off real quick. You come across a small little puka They are standing in front. A puka is like a little bat folk. They're standing in front a kind of stack of crates. They have big glasses, a feathered cap, and it looks like they're writing something down. And Panos, you recognize the figure in front of you. This is the merchant that you were talking to, the one that left right before Lily, the one that you had
You
remorse in
son
your
of a
heart
bitch.
before. They're very, very fixated in the kind of craft in front of them. I put the thing on the edge of the forest right now before we change maps if you want to see them. But they're kind of directly on your path, kind of in the broad shadow that you're casting. Yeah. Oh, also, sorry, last thing. Still a little scatterbrained. Since it's a new scene and this is the start of the new scene, everyone is going to make a scene start trigger. So just like in the very first session when you guys started the game, we're going to do the same thing now. Roll a d20, add your trigger modifier, and tell me which voice you want to give you context clues for the scene. And for Dusty, your trigger voices, it should be in the center of your sheet. You're basically going to roll a d20, add that modifier, and then pick one of those voices on the list.
As we're leaving, could I do my evidence board like instead of a trigger check at the start of a scene, instead of a trigger check, you could make a deduction check as we're like leaving? Could I look behind and try and make a check on the mill to finish that one out?
Yeah, I love that. Yeah, 100%. That's such a great use of their start of scene trigger. 100%. Make that deduction check for me.
Totally just yeeted that die across the room. Okay, that's gonna be 23.
23. Amazing.
Another d20.
How's our other triggers coming along?
Oh, sorry, you're right now. Nuts.
Yeah.
I got a 21. There's the player part of me really feels pulled towards derealization, but I'm actually going to use. I think, given the state of the scene in front of me, it's going to trigger hospitality.
Okay, yeah, 100%.
Like it's going to be a throwback to, I put this person in this place. I am responsible for them somewhat. So hospitality is 100% going to take over here.
100%. And then Ido and
Yeah.
Oh, sorry.
I got 19. And I think in this moment in this scene where Ido's kind of skeptical of like Enoch and kind of where we're going and what he's saying and all that stuff. As much as I love Delicate Touch, I think I'm going to go with elusive, with the idea of like something is eluding me in a sense. And so like reaching out to that voice of like,
Oh, you want to see if there's something hidden that you're not seeing.
yeah,
Yeah. I love that idea. Awesome. And then Durai, what did you get on your trigger?
I got 11. So I think I wanted to do Frisson.
Yeah, Frisson.
Simply because I think there is something here that Durai is not quite sure is happening, but it's very like sending some kind of message to their own mind and they're trying to figure it out.
Yeah, I love that. So I'm going to start with Etlin's deduction because it's a little different than the rest of your triggers. And you are going to fill the clock on the mill. And you use the brim of your hat to kind of like obscure the spotlight behind you. But even still, the vision, you can only really get a rough outline of the mill and the cabin that you're leaving, and it clicks. It all comes into place. The weird vibes that you've been getting, the closeness of the door, the strange shape of the mill specifically. What the mill is, it was never, or sorry, it didn't used to be a mill. The sever out here changes things. It makes them kind of get unremembered into something else. It might have gotten a new function with time, but you're so sure of that now. The way that you see those felt sails in the distance, and the way when you squint your eyes, that used to be Enoch's ship, beached deep into Loom. But that was the strange vibe that you've been getting, the closeness that it has to the cabin that he built. He is the lighthouse that weathers the storm, and he has stayed close to the ship that brought him here. Derai, the 11 on your Frazan is your Frazan is going to whisper to you, and they're going to say, what's the best way to say this? You kind of like, you feel wisps of cold wind that come from when like Ido or the people behind you move, eclipsing the light and kind of giving you a little bit of shadow. And in that shade, the wind tells you that in this light, I cannot speak as I wish, but it is, but the heat, it's warm like a scar, like healing. Don't be afraid of it. And for the elusive check, you hate having this unease inside of you. You hate, knowing that there's something that you're just not putting together. And about having your back turned to someone that you don't trust right now and being in their actual spotlight, being exposed, you kind of make sure that you're at the front of the pack, that the light, you're in the shadow of the people behind you. It gives you a little bit of time to think. Is there anything that eluded you from the last encounter? Let me think deeply about this one. Your elusive is going to say, there's something about that conversation that didn't sit right with you. He was dodgy. He kept going off in thought, not in the normal way, but because he was contemplating something. The suspect that he didn't give you a real answer about, was it worth it? And then you remember the wooden dolls and the kind of love and care. He's not out here because of a pain of a regret, but he's out here because there's still a chance that he could find her. That you're almost sure of it. That whatever deal that they made, the price may have been paid, but the reward hasn't been divvied out yet, and you think Enoch thinks it still can be. And then lastly, the philoxenia. Your philoxenia, your heart leaps out of your chest, Panos. Just all of this worry that you've had, all of this concern, this kind of drive that you've had to take care of them. You're so happy that they are out here and that they look okay. And part of you just wants to kind of sprint up to them, wave them down, and just ask like what had happened. Did they find the things that they were looking for? And trying to think exactly how this would go. I'm going to say that it's like outside of the light behind you, it's been pretty frigid. Your coat is baked warm. The sever is cold. You have warmth to spare. It's no burden on you whatsoever to take off your outer warm, almost baked robe and put it over their shoulders as you catch up and make sure they're okay.
I think I do that. I also want to, like, as I go up to them, I do want to trigger my wit sight and just look at their innate disposition.
Oh, yeah, this is great. 100%.
I also want to I think this would be fairly common when I'm interacting with people, especially as I'm sending them out, like and kind of judging, hey, how do I be
Yeah.
the most helpful for them?
Mhm.
I'm looking at it, but I also want to kind of, and this is up to you, like fully,
Mhm.
whatever. I
Yeah.
don't have a compare it to their disposition when I first met them, a month or so ago. Um, is it the same? Has something shifted?
Yeah.
Also,
That's so wonderful. So you turn on your witch site as you approach. You've gotten really good at covering the kind of like having your familiar's hand come over your face with the brim of your hat, as you kind of like shuffle your coat off and you look down. And when it comes back up, your blood, it runs frigid and you stop. Uh, you don't see anything. There's no wisp of a disposition in there. There's nothing.
I'm gonna guess that's not normal.
No, that's super, super not normal. Very not normal. Very like, yeah.
Um, oh, you must be so cold. And I just wrap my
Mhm.
my coat over their shoulders.
Yeah.
Does the coat stay there?
The coat does stay there, and they turn around like a little startled at your presence, and they say, oh, Panos, I didn't think I'd see you all the way out here, and I can't tell you how much I appreciate you coming. I've run into a bit of a conundrum. You see, there was a delivery promised me. I have the ledger right here, and he kind of shows you this piece of paper. And I was transporting these crates for a friend, hoping to get it as far out as I could. And the most peculiar thing happened. I have all of the crates, but the pocket watches, the thing that I have invested in to bring. We seem to have been missing some. About 7 of them are gone, which is very, very, very not good. Now, I haven't been traveling very far, but I don't want to leave all of these alone. Do you think that you could help me search around, see if I've dropped them on the path?
I mean, we have quite a journey ahead ourselves, but of course I can spare a few moments to help you certainly. Um, I I just want to go ahead more so as I take them in. I just want to use right eye reveals again. I'm gonna guess nothing is gonna happen, but I do want to see if anything triggers when I use the action again on them.
Again, do you have that same like emptiness, the whatever, and the implication too, which is very, very important, is that if you can't sense a disposition and you can't hear a voice inside of them,
Okay.
they have no cognition. They don't have any inner world. There's nothing, absolutely nothing. For Panos, the only things that you kind of know to have them and are still walking and living are like imps, which are like deal making wish givers, and icons, which are like angels. But most uh, can you make a derealization check for me?
Yeah. That is gonna be the derealist roll I've ever made tonight. That is a +4, so that's gonna be 17.
17. And then your derealization, yeah, you were kind of thinking through icons, imps, and then you pause to think living things that you search their disposition and don't find anything. And then your derealization in kind of a oh moment says, and corpses.
Fun. Dusty, you are muted right now. Okay. Cool. That's fun. We found my corpse friend. I don't feel guilty at all right now. Yeah, while keeping kind of an eye on them and keeping the warmth of the light at my back, I'm gonna start kind of making like starting to look like right off the path or like go, move back just a touch towards my friends and just like start looking around for these crates and that may have fallen off.
Yeah, for sure. And then for everyone else, are you guys behind Panos, or are you kind of spread off the center? Describe to me a little bit on, where you are in relationship to this scene happening.
I think for Durai, I don't think they would be staying like right up front of everyone, but they'd be staying close by, like ready to, like, in case someone stumbles or whatever, can I catch them or help them? So they're not like right behind Panos, but they're close, like off to the side for sure.
Gotcha.
I think that Etlin is walking a few paces behind Ido. Just because Ido did just kind of have a moment back at the mill, and she's kind of just watching her making, like, I don't know. It feels like if anyone's a flight risk, it's gonna be Ido.
If anybody's gonna do some weird shit and just be impulsive and weird.
Exactly.
I think that makes a lot of sense. Um I think Ido's ears have kind of like perked. I think she was kind of like lost in thought and like and a little bit of like shame as elusive kind of gave her some more details that maybe Enoch is like just the same as us and needs some hope. Like it's this kind of back and forth thing with this old seabird. And like on hearing, crates and pocket watches and like weird items that have been apparently just like left her along the road that would call to her attention. But I think she's hanging more back like towards Enoch, almost like in a weird sort of so I guess like in between, like it's Enoch, Etlin, Ido kind of grouping there.
Yeah, I would
Just
say
because
that
like
for frame of reference, Enoch is going to stay all the way at the border of the forest. You're kind of like following a
gotcha.
path. He's beaming through the woods.
Gotcha. Okay, so that helps, yeah. Yeah, I think I'm not like super close to Panos during this conversation then. I think like I'm
Okay.
kind of hanging back a little bit, like almost like if she was gonna do something impulsive, it would be to like run back and apologize. But like obviously we have to find Lily, so that's kind of pulling forward. But I think Ido's feeling a little conflicted at being mean earlier.
Yeah, for sure. And I'm gonna say then, Panos, as you pull away, right? They this merchant, you don't even quite remember their name that they gave you. They're going to kind of like kind of yelp a little bit, and they're gonna cower in their jacket, and they're gonna kind of mumble a little bit, like, "Oh, that is very, 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 very bright." And turning back, you start to realize too that the area around you guys where the light is hitting, where it's not catching on trees anymore. It's catching on this like brick almost, like you're in this almost like the forest around you where the light is shining is becoming an interior a little bit. That there is like this kind of vertical Gothic structure with like low ceilings. As you look up, it's not just the night sky anymore. There's rafters. Um,
Dope. uh, um, is
do you want to
it
say?
like
Oh, sorry.
good? As this starts to happen, like we can look up, we can see the rafters. Do we have a sense of like walls closing in?
A little bit, yeah. There's it seems to be like specifically the ceiling is like a little closer than comfort, and there is this kind of close wall that's being illuminated, but you see that it kind of steps up each for these tiers as this scene fills in. And then do you turn to the merchant after they yelp?
Yeah, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I was already kind of keeping an eye on them.
Yeah. And you see that they're trying to cover part of their face that got hit, but their hand that is reaching out of the coat to bring it over, it is not a puka's hand. It distinctly looks like a rat that is coming out of the sleeve of that coat. Um, yeah. 1 second, guys. And I'm going to say that as you guys become more aware of what the light is revealing around you, you find yourself in a place that is not Loom, not familiar to anyone here except Durai. This feels like a Nothic perches. You're not used to the low ceilings, but this architecture is straight from your home. And now we're going to get into the very fun changing fate as they kind of wrestle with the light that is hitting pieces of them. Eventually, the small merchant that you knew is caught by Enoch's light. And instead, what you see is this. It's kind of hard to describe exactly. It seems like this corpse of several large rat-like things now in your witch's robe. And because the Sundance changed fate, we're going to have a good old-fashioned showdown here. You guys are going to, the Sundance and the Corpse of Abundance joined at the tail is going to start 10 paces from each other in the middle. When we get to combat, you both are going to have a surprise round. Ido, you're going to go first, and if you hit them with the first strike of your turn, you're starting this combat with 6 style.
Hell yeah.
Another thing that's going to happen is this memory ahead of you, this memory that is coming from this corpse. If you feel this place changing in your kind of ways that you've wanted to avoid the light. This isn't just their memory, this is yours now too. And this kind of rumination that you have bubbles up and becomes central. And I'm going to ask you to describe a couple of things for me as I set the scene. So for you, Ido, this you remember this so distinctly. You've thought about this, it's kept you up at night. This was a standoff that you've had. You remember the stillness, the tense silence before the pull of your Witch Wolf's red brass trigger. This is your town, and it isn't big enough for the both of you. So you guys are starting 10 centers from 10 paces from the center, but also this memory, this area around you means something to you because you lost this gunfight last time. You can tell me who it was against and what are you going to do differently this time?
I think it was against someone that I want to say it's like someone that I was like close to, but kind of drifted apart from. And like we just kind of got into different things. And eventually it led to a rivalry of sorts. I think what made Ido lose the last time was indecision. Like it was being kind of torn between two thoughts of confusion of how she even got here and like why, like just that feeling in her gut of like, but I know this person or I knew this person. And I think that hesitation meant that she lost because I think she had genuine care for this person. And it just like it gave that little bit of time that she needed to like actually win.
Yeah, and you're not going to let that happen again.
Correct.
Perfect.
Not this time, baby.
So this is with Ido's flavoring, this is called the memory of sickening abundance. So what Enoch was telling you before, when people come out here, they get stuck in the past. And Ido, you're on the brink of getting stuck in the past as well. This is a rumination. And the only thing that's keeping you grounded in this place to not live it forever is the light behind your back. But what's in front of you? This collection of rats, the merchant that Panos used to know, and now you see the silhouette of this former friend hand on their gun. To them, this is a memory where need becomes want becomes greed, satiation becomes sickness, and the fruits of desperate labor poison the corpse beneath its tree. This is an interior cramped with crates and barrels of sickening abundance. a hoard rotted by time, but clung onto by memory. And you notice, Panos, that the watches that they were trying to hold on to, there's just crates and crates and crates of rotting food that they were kind of just digging through, pouring through. And there's a special little fun mechanic in this encounter that I love. I love it very much. So they have two other rats here, these Memory of Sickening Greed. They're going to have their own tarot card for turn order, but there is two secret cards for this turn order as well. And they're not secret. I'm going to tell you exactly what they do right now. Just give me 1 second. And what am I missing? Oh, I did this slightly wrong. 1 second. Oh, wait, no, this should be right. Oh, okay. I see. Sorry. I changed this encounter because it was a little too mean. This is how we're doing it. Okay. Perfect. So these two rats are going to be represented by these pentacle cards, but we have two extra cards in the deck. We have Temperance and this Cups card over here. The Cups card right here, this Four of Cups, every time that card is drawn, every single entity in this encounter is going to get a poison die. Poison, you put a d6. I'm going to put them on your tarot cards up here to keep track of them. And at the start of your turn, it counts up. When it counts to 6, every single poison counter on you is rolled as damage. So if you have 4 poison counters on you, you're taking 4d6 damage. So the cup is going to put a poison counter on you. Temperance, when Temperance is drawn, is going to count up all of your poison counters. For fun. That's just for fun.
That's just the fun. That's how you have fun.
That's just the fun
games.
part. Yeah. The rats are also very bad. I'm giving you guys a heads up now. These rats are conniving. And let me get all of these guys on their cards real quick, and we don't need you anymore. And then 1 second. Sorry, I'm getting beat up by the physics of Tabletop Simulator right now.
Hey, Yanni.
Yeah, what's up?
Since I said I was just a few paces behind Ido, could I be her second in this situation?
Yeah, you can start right behind
yeah.
them. So they're gonna have a surprise round. But let's see how I want to do this. I'll say that whenever Ido gets drawn on the next initiative counter, like after the surprise round, you're gonna be right behind them, giving them a hand. Okay? If that works.
Absolutely.
Okay, here we go. I'm just putting this up here so we can track all these little minis and stuff and not make too big of a mess. And we'll save you for the deck and you for the deck, you for the deck. Because I'm going to put your poison counters up here. Temperance, you're going in. Let's say.
I just saw Wes drop the deck. Club.
Nice, yeah. Okay, so we're starting with a surprise round. Luckily, the surprise round does not have the bad cards in it. It's just you and it's just them. So Ido, and where are you? The Knight of Cups. Perfect. Also for the structure of this map, this white plane is the very top layer. The ceiling is two tiles over you, but on the edges you can gleam up to the next level. So each level is 2 tiles high. There's stairs for it, and then you have a ceiling that increases in increments of 2 as well. So this like high beam at the top is about 8 tiles higher than all of you. All right, Ido, it's your first turn.
Okay, and just for a reminder, in this I get a quick action, like move, and a full action, right?
For moving, you have a free action first, and then every move after that is a quick action.
Okay. Got it. I think I'm just gonna use the quick action trick shot
Yeah.
from the jump because I think again, like she hesitated last time, not this time. So I get to strike with my trick weapon. I'm gonna choose my gun. Choose a circumstance penalty with a final modifier of -8 and gain 1 style on your attack. I think I'm gonna go -5, which
-5.
feels risky, but I deal extra damage equal to my called penalty, so that's what I would like to do. Wow. So I rolled a 22 -5 is a number, 17.
17.
17. That is going to hit. And since
Hell
since you
yeah.
rolled it with a -5 after your +4, you were going to add 9 damage to this
Oh,
attack.
hell yeah. So I'm going to roll my d10. If I can find it. There we go. So that is 8 plus 9 is also a number 15.
15.
Right?
Yep, that's
Yeah.
going to do it. And you're going to notice that
Action economy wise, I think that's it that I've got, right?
that was you've done a quick action, and I think you still have 2 more actions to go if you'd
Yeah,
like.
you have
You
two.
can-
You have dose.
yeah.
This is one where we get 3 things you can do.
That's right, that's right, that's right. Okay, like let's get weird from the jump then. I'm gonna pull out my fancy coin that I stole from Enix, and we're gonna do glitter is gold, and I'm gonna burn 2 style
Okay.
to throw that bad boy in the air.
Sounds good. And then quick action to reload, final quick action to shoot. Since it's the
Perfect.
second time you're shooting with your Witch Wolf, you're going to have a -1 as your total modifier on it. And you're going to be trying to beat a 15. Oh, sorry. You would, unless you, but since you're using this one, it's different. So I think it's -1 plus whatever your delicate touch is, plus whatever your destiny modifier is. I think your destiny's, it's just plus whatever your delicate touches. Sorry, I'm remembering
Yeah,
how
no,
this
you're
went
good.
last time. Yeah.
So plus 7. Plus
Plus
7.
So yeah, gotcha.
So
And
I
you get
roll
it.
my d20.
Mhm.
Let me do that, and then we'll math it. So that was a 20. So plus 7 would be 27.
27. That is going to hit and crit.
Hell yeah. And so this one I'm gonna roll just like my regular damage, right?
Oh,
So the d10.
sorry. I just want to say that chat's saying that there's some audio happening, audio offening happening.
Whoa, no. Oh, well, here, I'm gonna roll. I'm gonna go.
Yeah.
Okay, so that I rolled a 6.
Mm-hmm.
So plus my 4, which would make a 10.
10. Gotcha.
Mhm.
And then it's going to be plus your triple S plus 4, and then whatever you get is doubled because it's pain damage from the coin.
And then my triple S, remind me where I find that.
It's in your agility. It's one of your agility skill
Thank
voices.
you. So plus 4. So 18 total.
And then times 2 for 36. That's a lot of damage. There is a second rat is going to die in this trench coat of rats, but I will say you will learn later that this shot hit closer to home than it would have when you shot the crows in the previous encounter. But two of the 5 rats in this thing are dead.
Awesome.
And then that's the end of Ido's turn. I'm gonna wait to do its turn until it seems like I think chat's saying that they refreshed and there's still no audio.
Yanni, do you want to give just a quick update on just like give the GM recap
Yeah.
of the last
So Ido took their surprise round. This memory's now become part of their own memory, a showdown that they have lost in the past, and they decided they didn't want it to go the same way. They got the first shot off. They're starting this combat with max style, and then they flipped a mercurial coin that they picked up from the last session to obliterate two of these rats in the sickeningly abundant trench coat in front of them. It's going to be the rat's turn now, but real quick, while that's happening, Ido, can you flip a coin for me and call a side? Yeah, flip a coin for me and call a side. We're gonna see if you lost that coin forever.
Oh yeah. I'm gonna call heads. And I'm gonna flip. And it was tails. Womp
Oh
womp.
no. Well, they went out with a blaze of glory to do a
Yeah, I'll take
billion
it.
damage. Yeah. Okay. We're gonna start the mean things turn real quick. Where's my stuff? Here it is. Okay. So first, Ido, you're gonna feel this kind of sickness that is coming. It's like below you and above you. This like almost pressure, nauseating pressure. And you're gonna take one poison damage, but you are also going to accumulate a stack of poison. And I'm going to do that with green D6s, and I'm going to put them right on your tarot card. A second, where the heck did it go? There we go. So this one's going to start at 1. They're going to do the same thing again. The second one is going to miss. And the third one is going to hit. So you're taking a total of 2 poison damage. And you have 2 poison counters on you. So the way this works, at the start of your turn, they count up. When they hit 6, you take D6 equal to all of the poison that's on your character. And that's going to be the end of the surprise round. So we're going to shuffle the engagement deck. And then whenever, here's actually how I'm going to do it. If Etlin goes first, Ida will follow right after. If Ido goes first, Etlin will follow right after them for being the +1. For the rest of the
teamwork.
For the rest of the guys, you guys can start anywhere behind this line right here. That's a horrible color for this. This red line, you can have your character start anywhere behind right here on this first floor. So anywhere behind that. And the first turn, it's the rat again. The rat is going to do something different this turn. Etlin does a 14 hit.
Meets it, beats it.
Meets it, beats it.
Yes, it does hit me.
All right, Etlin, you are now a proud owner of a poison die. You're also going to take 1 poison damage. Then this rat, 1, 2, 3, 4. It has gone into this side tunnel up those stairs, right? And then you're going to feel this wave that just goes through all of you. It kind of reverberates. It tingles on these crates of rotting food. It wafts a nauseatingly dead air. And for Durai and Panos, or for all 4 of you, you're going to feel like you're seen. Whatever is hiding in these tunnels sees you. All of them can see you. All of them perceive you. They know exactly where you are. For our lovely poison stacked up individuals, your poison die is going to go up by 1. And that's going to be the big rats, the end of their turn. Next up, we have Temperance. Temperance, the lovely card. Everyone's poison die is going to go up by 1. I love this encounter.
I like the visual here is that Ida was like, yeah, I was so badass. And then just immediately turns around and when all that poison like hits at the same time.
It's just like that waft of like rotting food just like gets you. Etlin, it's your turn, which means Ido, you're coming next.
I'm going to start my turn with a minor action. I'm going to consult deduction.
Okay. Yeah.
Knowing what Enoch has said about getting trapped here in memories.
Yeah.
Are we putting Ido in danger by like not trying to find a way out of this? Like if
this is super
in this fight.
Yeah, 100%.
I need a dice box. That one's a 21.
21. You recall what I was saying. You put some pieces together, some context clues. You're not trapped in your memory, which is very good. That's how you get really stuck. You are trapped in that Puka's memory, that merchant that you walked upon, that thing that is now a bunch of rats in a robe. If you want out of here, you have to stop the memory at the source. You have to go put that thing down.
Okay. I kind of feel like making a wild choice.
Mhm.
Knowing that that thing is what's keeping us stuck here and we're already feeling like pretty poisoned to start out. I've spent 2 of my 3 actions already. I am going to take a free action and do a gambit.
Okay, yeah. Got 3 actions.
So I mark out one of my moral bars right now.
Yeah, we'll do that. We'll do the morale roll at the end of your turn. You get the negative of
Okay.
it. Yeah.
Okay. So she's going to loading 1, her gun, move forward 6, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Boom. 1, 2, 3. Perfect. I'm gonna shoot this thing.
Just that it's hiding behind this nasty little wall. You gotta
Okay.
follow it in there, or you notice a little bit too that if you're like on the tile next to the wall, you can see up. Like there's like it's 2 tiles higher than you, but there's like the roof doesn't connect above. That's like
Oh, sure.
yeah.
Oh, it's on the upper level now.
Yeah, it's climbing up. It's running away now.
Okay. So so if I had gone here instead, I could see it.
So it went up these stairs, and there's a wall right here. If you're on this here, you can look right up at it from under it, but you would need to be either on like this little slit here to climb up, or you need to go up the stairs and then you're gonna be close enough to hit it. I'm gonna try and describe the space real quick, 3D because it's a 2D map. Okay, so this is where you guys are right now, right?
Mhm.
And then there's a lip, and that lip is 2 tiles high. It's up here, and it climbed upstairs to get there. And then there's another lip, and then there's
Yeah.
another lip, and then that lip goes out over, which are these like beacons.
Okay. I think in that case, I'm gonna go after one of the smaller rats.
Okay.
Just because I can see them and
Yeah.
I'm not gonna be, I feel like we don't want them on the table either. So that's a +4 to hit for another 21.
Okay, that's definitely gonna hit.
And then 8 damage to the rat on the left.
8 damage to the rat on the left. 1 second. Let me get my stat block up for those guys. Just so I could see how much health they've got. How much damage you roll?
8.
8. Okay. You almost kill the rat that you're aiming at.
Okay, perfect. In that case, I've done consult, which is 2. I did loading, shoot, and so for my last action.
Oh,
I'm going
your
to-
step will automatically be loaded when you jump in. You don't gotta load it this time.
Oh, cool. Could I load for next turn?
Yeah, you can load for next turn, 100%.
Cool. So I will still keep a load action, and then for my 5th action, I will do my investigator thing. Predictive observation. Quick action. Target has -4 to hit me and enables my precognitive.
Sounds good. Which rat did you target? Was it 2 or 1?
I'm going to target my I'll go with 1 for targeting it.
Okay, 1.
Because
Gotcha.
2's the one that's already hurt, but I'm gonna target 1.
Okay, gotcha.
Okay.
Perfect. Okay, awesome. That's the end of Etlin's turn. We have the other wonderful rock card in the deck, this wonderful cups. Everybody, it's a poison counter for everyone.
You get a poison counter and you get a poison counter.
That's exactly what it is.
Also, these bright green dice. Oh, they're reflective. And okay.
Yeah.
It's still really fun.
Panos, it's your turn.
Awesome. Panos gonna go one diagonally. It's a wall, but guess what? 1, 2.
Yeah, let's go.
As a satyr. And then even for more fun, I'm gonna use the cantrip transfiguration
Yes, yes.
on the corpse, on the rat corpse buddy. And there's no resistance on that. It just what's the roll I make for that?
D20 plus 4 to beat its AC. It's got a
22.
DC 15. You got it.
1, 2, 3. Are you
Diagonals are 1.
That's fine. I'm just trying to they're right here, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Artie, how close do you care how close you are to this thing?
If it's within 6 of me, that's cool.
Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4. And it's gonna take 4 damage.
4 damage.
Yeah.
The rat is still alive on it. So we're at a barely hanging on alive rat on it. But yeah, amazing play, by the way. Incredible play.
Thanks. I was like, oh, I got to get to the stairs are way back there. Then I was like, oh yeah, that doesn't matter for me. I'm just gonna go up. We'll let Noda move up. 1. I feel like I should do something with Noda. But I don't know that I have an immediate thing I want to do with Noda. Noda is my ability to use them as a weapon. Is that are that range? I know one is like flail, so it is.
Flail is melee. You can always use a quick action to do another cast of transfiguration if you want. Also, you can use them to cast help, which is a minor action to give anyone advantage on the first roll they make of their next turn.
Oh, let's do that then. And because Etlin is right up there in the fray, we're gonna cast it on.
Yeah, that sounds good.
Is that also a dice roll, or is that just
no? That just happens.
Cool. I think I technically have more movement. I think I'm gonna stride, which is going to be my reduced move. Is that correct?
So you cast a spell and then you commanded familiar, which is all 3 of your actions for.
Oh, that's right. Command familiar. Yeah, that's right. Okay, cool. Then we're all set.
Perfect. Next turn. It's one of the small rats. It is rat 2, the injured rat. How much does this guy move? 1 second. Sorry, I don't have my printouts like I normally do. I just have my oh, cool. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Etlin.
The Overwatch reaction and shoot
yes, yes. It's loaded.
Okay. I know. I was like,
yeah.
Yeah. That's going to be a 15 plus 4 for a 19.
19. That is going to hit. That rat was about to do something nefarious, and you shot it dead.
Right in the face.
Right in the face. Just it was leaping at you menacingly.
Totally. It shot in midair. Definitely.
Yeah.
I love that.
Darai, on you now.
I thought wasn't Ida supposed to go?
Did I not show up in the deck for some reason? 1 second. I could have swore I moved them.
Well, because like Etlin and Ido were
because we were close to each other. But
I
that's
know.
fine.
Yeah, sorry.
No, you're totally fine. I
did a lot of shooting also too, right?
I was gonna say I
Yeah.
just did a lot of big moves and then I got real poisoned. So it totally makes sense to me that like I don't need a second.
Okay. Just wanted to be sure.
Gotcha. Sorry about that. I
That's
thought
very
I
sweet.
reshuffled the deck so that you were on top, but I guess it just tabletop sim ignored me when I did it.
Totally fine.
Oh, it's inverted. That's why, because I had the decks flipped. That's what did it. I'm sorry about that.
Oh, no worries. I want to see Durai do some cool shit.
So movement is just like the number of spaces is equal to the movement, correct?
Yes. So basically, the way it works is that you can take a movement as a free action, and then you can stride again for your full movement, and then again for half, and then again for 2. And those would be quick actions. So you have 3 quick actions that you can use. Or you have 3 actions you can use. A quick action is 1 action. Minor action is 2 actions. A major action is all 3 of your actions.
Okay. Well, Durai wants to just get in that business, so I'm gonna like start running, and then when I jump, I get to fly.
Yep.
So I'm gonna fly for 5, and I want to do 5 more for another movement.
Okay, so that's your stride, and you get to move 10.
5, 6, 7, 8.
Oh yeah.
10. And as they are running forward, they are basically getting the cannon on their arm ready, and they're going to start blasting.
Yeah, hit them.
All right. Roll a die, my friend. Where are you? What do I add to hit again?
+4, sorry.
Okay, so +4, so that is going to be 18.
18, that is going to hit. And no matter how much damage you do right now, you can only do a maximum of 1. So that cannon shot is going to kill that rat, and then you can knock them back in what is the RAM on it? It
has Ram 5 and Scorch 2.
RAM 5. So you can knock them 5 squares in any direction, or any direction that goes backwards.
Can I knock him into this other rat?
I would say just a little. I think it's a little too narrow for it. Make a kinesthetics check. We'll see. We'll see if you can do it. Kinesthetics. Let's see if you've got the Ido-like delicate touch with your cannon.
Delicate touch with their cannon. I do love that.
This is my most delicate cannon.
I mean, it's a wrist-mounted cannon. You could do some cool stuff with that, especially when you roll a 17. With my kinesthetics, it's just a 17.
17. Your kinesthetics, your hand-eye coordination, your relationship between like your hands and objects around you, you know that this thing is not going to take the full damage of a direct hit. So you almost angle your cannon like a pool shot, trying to clip the edge of it and knock them off balance enough to ram them into the other rat. And you are successful in doing so. I'm going to say that it hits this rat, and it's going to do a d6 as it knocks this rat 1 tile over this way too, and it's going to exist in that space. Yeah, roll the d6 for me.
D6. All right. That is going to be 2.
2. Gotcha. So still healthy, but a little bit of chip damage as you knock them around.
Great. Well, as part of the bulwark, one of my features is Master of Arms. So when I strike with any weapon, I could swap it for a sheathed weapon as part of that action.
Mm-hmm.
So as the cannon fires off with a swift motion, they're going to grab one of their hand axes.
Yeah.
And that I believe has
a throwing range. Yeah.
A throwing range of 6.
Yeah, 100% in range.
So I would like to shoot them with a cannon and then throw a hand axe very swiftly.
Yeah, do it.
So
100%.
badass.
Get them.
That is 16 on the dice. So
that's
going to
hit.
4 is 20.
That's going to hit 100%.
And let's see, that is going to be D6 plus 4 carving.
D6 plus 4 carving. Roll well here. You're going to take the rats down another rat.
That is going to be a total of 8.
That is going to take down the rat, another rat.
Hell yeah.
Oh yeah.
Alrighty.
That rat's running out of rats.
That rat's running out of rats. It is.
Running out of
All
rats
right.
so fast.
That was a great turn. It was just like in a very, very swift motion. The recoil of your cannon. You pull pulls your arm back to your kind of like belt bound axes. You whip one out and in like a windmill like motion, just stick it with another axe. You can swap your spear back into your hand as well after throwing your axe, so that you are completely armed up for whatever they're going to throw at you.
Yeah, I'm gonna actually switch back to my sword shield.
Oh, perfect. Okay. Well, actually, so for you, your cannon and your sword shield are wrist weapons. They're always going to be out and about. But when you attack with them, you
Oh,
can
you're
swap
right,
anything
yeah.
in and out of your main hand.
Okay, so then yeah, it will be my all pike. On my hand
Yeah.
then. Hell yeah.
Awesome. Perfect. Okay. It is a rat's turn. What does it want to do here?
Run.
They love to hear it.
Well, for one thing, its poison is going to go up by 1. Which one is this? It's the page. These guys have been dying so quickly. I haven't even been able to do their poison mechanic. This one is going to run up to Ido. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Really quickly, how do reactions work?
Reaction. So for your all pike hit, they have to leave your reach, which is
Okay.
so if they went here, you could strike them with it.
That's
Really
unfortunate.
quick, I do want to point out that's Etlin, not Ido.
I'm sorry. Sorry.
Just wanna make sure.
For Durai.
So it's like,
I
I
was
will not be
completely
marking
jumbled.
my character sheet.
I was completely
But that's the
jumbled.
thing. I
Yeah.
I'm happy to do so. If the intent was to be like they got moved further, baby.
Oh, then yeah, they should move further.
So they rolled a natural 8, and then the precog just makes them absolutely whiff what they're going to
Go
do.
for it.
It's not even close to like, you're just like completely mind read that rat, and it leaves for you frustrated, an opportunistic attacker. It gets closer to Durai with a step, and then it is going to roll again, and it misses again. This poor rat, it doesn't do anything. This rat doesn't do anything. I know it's your turn.
Okay. I want to reload my gun. I want to move my 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, which puts me here. And I can hit that sickening greed of rats too, right?
Yes.
So I have
Rats 2's down. It's Rats 1 that's still the problem.
okay. So here's my question.
Yeah.
I have the combination blow.
Yeah.
Where I would use like my gun and my sword. Do I need to get closer still to do that?
You would have to be in yeah, you'd have to be right next to them to do the combination blow.
Okay.
There is like an arc that happens. Like if you hit the dead rat, you can hit them with the cross from it. But if you want to do the direct hit, you have to hit them with it. Like be next to them.
Yeah. So I could use one of my actions to move another 6, right?
Yes.
Okay. So I'm actually going to do this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Boom. I'm going to get up in this guy's face.
1 second.
And I'm going to spend my style to do my combination blow.
While that's happening,
against.
does a 22 hit?
Oh, shit. Yeah, it does. How dare.
This rat's going to just give you a little drive-by of a bite as you get past it. It's
Can
going to
I
deal.
use my reaction?
You
I don't
cannot
think I
use.
have anything to make it not hit, though.
Unfortunately,
Only if they didn't hit. Yeah, we're good. We're good. Keep going.
yeah,
Keep going.
You're going to take 2 poison damage, but then you're going to feel an absolute sickness as this rat puts its poison counter on you too.
Oh,
That's
my
rude.
God. It would.
Bring it on, baby.
Wow.
Hell yeah. Okay, yeah, I'm still seeing the course. I'm gonna try and hit this dude. I should have thought about that, but I didn't, and here we are. So I'm gonna try and shoot So combination blow, I make a strike with each of your weapons against the target. If one strike hits, both succeed. If one strike is a critical success, both are critical successes. Both strikes use all keywords attached to both forms and deals your disposition modifier in cross one of the target.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna roll 2d20s. I rolled a 4 and I rolled an 18. So the 18 plus 4, I think, hit. So they both
That's
hit,
gonna hit.
right?
Yeah. Yep. They both hit. Both strikes hit.
That's sick.
And so I'm gonna roll a d10 and a d8. So that is 15 plus 8 is 23 damage.
Yeah.
And then my disposition modifier, I'm not sure where I find that one.
It's gonna be 4.
Okay, so 27.
Yes, 27
What would-
damage. So yes, you've hit the final soft cap of this soft rat. And you think that it's dead, and you think
Oh,
that the
no.
memory is over, but out from the robes of this explode 4 rats and a dead rat, because the pain damage, you absolutely murdered one of them just off from the
This
coin
is the
shot.
cloak of infinite rats.
I know.
Oh my
Uh,
god.
If
One
I
of
had
these,
known this cloak did this, there's no way I would have loaned it to anyone else.
we're gonna go here. So I'm gonna say that the abundant rat is dead. One of these
Okay.
rats is the corpse. If you kill it, the encounter will end. If you don't kill it, the encounter will not end. They also get their own little initiative posse. So give me 1 second as new cards get into here. And we
Yeah,
go-
I also love just so chat knows, the names are Abundant Rat, Small Rat, Rat Pat, Rat Joe, and Big Rat.
yeah.
Rajo is my ex-boyfriend.
So the old rats are out, the new rats are in.
And I'm always
Classic
saying
rat
that.
culture.
I know, right?
You know,
So let's duplicate these guys, and where they fall is where they are. Whoops. Whoa. That's not what's supposed to happen. I think. Yeah, that's the
Rat
wrong
Joe?
card.
two Rat Joe.
We need Rat Joe over here. Where is this tarot card coming from? Hello? Just keeps spawning in. Okay, there we go. Rat Joe's there. Rat Pat. And then these guys are gonna form the next initiative deck. Ido, do you have another action with your turn? I'm trying to think. You did combination blow, you strided, and
Yes.
so you have one more action.
Ooh. Ooh. I'm going to you know what? Once that poison starts rolling, I'm down anyway, so who cares? I'm going to quick action taunt. So I'm gonna gain that 2 style back. And the enemy is taunt 1, and I'm gonna deal 2 plus my disposition modifier of morale damage, so 6 modify or 6 damage to morale. And I'm gonna do that. Do I just pick one that I do that to?
Yeah, you got to pick one of them. Oops.
Yeah, it's Rat Joe for sure.
Rat
I
Joe
just
for
don't
sure.
like the cut of his jib.
All
I
right,
don't
Rat Joe.
appreciate his tone of speak.
They took morale damage, but Rat Joe's surprisingly resistant to morale damage. Nothing can really phase them. But they are
Too
taunted.
confident.
Yeah, they're a little too confident
confident.
for your liking. Rat Joe is taunted. Is that the last action of your turn?
I believe that is, yeah.
Perfect. Let me just make sure I have the deck correct over here, because I think I lost my temperance. No, there we go. Okay. In there.
That's okay.
Yeah, we don't need those cards. What?
No
They're
more
fine.
poison.
Alrighty, go in the deck. Go in the deck. Go in the deck. There we go.
In the dark.
And then here's all the rats, the new guys. Give me the no whammy stop.
Stop.
Panos, good.
That's how
Let's
you do
go.
it.
You
That's
find
how
it.
do
Oh,
it.
and then a rat.
Man, y'all got way too close to all those fucking rats. um, I have a question about movement through three-dimensional space.
Yes.
If moving on a vertical diagonal and a horizontal diagonal, is that still one, or does that change the amount of space that we're moving through?
It's just one, and if you're moving down, falling is like it doesn't cost movement to fall down.
Cool. So space is cubic. One, like one is a cubic space. Like
yes.
no matter how you move through it. Cool. And just so I remember, the white terrace level above is 8.
Yeah, 8 above.
Is that correct?
Yeah.
Cool.
Well, 6 now for Panos, right?
Yeah.
For me, yeah, I meant from the ground. I'm actually not thinking about its relationship to me. That I've already got figured out. 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm gonna go ahead and climb up 2 more. So I'm 2 up. I'm assuming these are pillars, these black things.
Yeah, they are pillars, and there is a narrow slit if you want to keep going higher as well. I'll move this over here. So there's like a gap in the wall. It's the only place where you can kind of keep ascending outside of climbing the stairs.
Yeah. Cool. Let's see. Me looking at some very specific spacing. Hold on. Cool. I'm gonna go ahead and try to transfigure Big Rat.
Okay.
That's a 22 again.
I will say that I think right here you're not going to have line of sight. You're going to have to get back into that little bottom area. There's a 2 tile. There's a roof above here. So like here's on the diagram I drew before.
Yeah.
This is kind of the way that there's like a roof like this where only on the step ups is there the gap. But there's a lower roof. So right now you're like up here on the pillar, and there's a roof that.
I thought I'd only gone up 2, so I just assumed I was somewhere between those. Because how high up is the?
So basically,
I thought it was 8 between.
Yeah, it's that's how many tiles it is vertically, but there's a like 2 tile ceiling above every step.
Gotcha.
So it's like very, very little narrow. You're like kind of like in like a sewer-ish system, like a rotting food sewer. It looks like it used to be a cathedral, but they just kept shoving stuff in here until it became sickeningly abundant.
I think this is all fine because command familiar.
Yeah.
Who can just see everybody, right?
Yeah, they can see everyone.
Cool. We're gonna cast Transfiguration on Big Rat then.
Okay.
And we are, I believe mathematically, since everything is cubic, I can embed Big Rat into this pillar.
1, 2, 3. It's 4 tiles. You can embed them into the wall. I don't know if you can make it to the pillar.
Yeah, because they were right here, right? So it's 1, 2, 3, 4. 3.
Oh, yeah. You can make that to the pillar for sure.
Don't try to explain.
You know what? You're right. You're right.
To me. Yeah. So I'm gonna send him that way and embed him in the pillar. He's gonna take 3 damage and be stuck in a pillar.
3 damage. The rat is or roll the hit first, but the rat is not it's not dead on 3.
Yeah. Oh, I rolled a 22 when I had rolled it already.
Oh, sorry. Yeah. Then that rat is stuck.
Yeah.
That's Big Rat. Big Rat is you can't see it, but they're squeaking injured over there. Alrighty. Is that the end of your turn?
That is the end of I think I can theoretically I will cast help on Ido.
Okay. Sounds good.
Bless.
1 second. So it's Big Rat's turn. Big Rat is going to struggle in the pillar. Holy crap! Big Rat is big and beefy. This guy is out. It cost him an action to do it though. And then 2, 3, 4. You can hear him scurrying around. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 1, 2, 3. Next turn is. Why are these not stacking? There we go. Next turn is this rat, which is it's Rat Joe.
Fuck Rat Joe for real.
That bad.
Rat Joe is out of here. 1, 2, 3, 4. You see, Panos, you see
bastard.
Rat Joe scramble up there.
Yeah.
And then you hear this dreadful scurrying as Rat Joe shoves himself up the side of the pillar. And you see them on this upper area. That's going to cost them their second action. And that's going to be 1, 2, 3. 1, 2. They are going the distance. Next turn, Ido.
If it hadn't been for stinking Rat Joe. So here's what I would like to do. I would
Yeah.
like to reload my gun,
Yep.
which is my quick action. I once again have 4 style. I want a combination blow, small rat, who's just in my way at this moment in time.
Okay.
Um,
Small rat. Get that.
so I rolled an 8 and a 16, so a dirty 20.
320 is going to hit.
Nice. So they both hit. I'm gonna roll this. Oh heck yeah! So that is 8 times 3 is 24.
24. Small
Yeah.
rat is dead. And
Hell yeah!
when you cleave into small rat, you feel the warmth of Enoch's lantern return to you all as this horrid memory is dissipated. You've ended the rumination that has plagued this freshly killed corpse, and the poison, that sickness that you all felt subsides. But a
thank God.
temptation is presented. The crate that they were fumbling around with, it looks different now that the memory is over. 1 second. And 2 cards are going to be presented. Now, you're kind of feeling a little, what's the best word? If you're feeling a little inspired by this rumination, and you want to lean into your sickening abundance, you can add a 3rd loot card here at the cost of severing yourself a little bit.
I don't think I want to, because severing myself sounds bad.
Yeah, you're already a little severed from the soup too.
Yeah, I'm already not great. So I think I'm gonna be content with what I've been given.
Yeah. Is anyone else feeling sickeningly abundant? Want to just go through their little watch crate? You don't have to.
I mean, I was looking for crates early.
Yeah.
Hell yeah, Tony.
What is the cost again?
So you accumulate 1 stack of severing, and if you have none right now, it's going to increase your felicity by 4 and your monomyth by 4. And if any of those get to 7 or higher, they're going to become one of your trigger voices.
I mean, let's do that, because that sounds fun.
Perfect. Let me shuffle this deck and add this card as well. Alrighty, let's see what we get. This first card is Judgment. Let me check the table.
We always got that here. Plus
Being judged
Yeah.
for abundance.
Being
Yeah.
judged for your sickening abundance, it knows your sin. What does Judgment bring us from Fate? I can't read. Where are you? Justice? Oh, okay, here we go. This first one, Durai, you kind of recognize the shape of this thing. It's very strange. It's a honing stone, something that you can use to sharpen your blade. Normally, you can use this as an equipment in combat to give you like an extra edge. It will make your metal sharper. But this one is made of that silver wood reminiscence materia, that kind of changing thing. And you're sure that whatever you hone against, it will turn that weapon into something similar to that hatchet that Etlin found a while ago, but only for 1 beat. The next one, the Ace of Wands. Oh yes, Tony. This one is the other lantern.
Hell yeah, we found them all, y'all.
We found the fractal lantern.
Gotta catch them all.
This is a spell casting theme. You can use this to cast witch spells. The fractal lantern, it it emits this soft, diffuse, warm blue light, and it harbors a bitter spite. You can feel it. The lids and the light inside have this kind of um, like it's like patterned hood. The more you look at it, the more you can zoom in and see that it repeats down and down. As in a theme, this can one be used as a ranged weapon to deal 1d6 drowning damage, but also when you cast a damaging spell or cantrip with this, you will blind the target until the start of their next turn.
Love it. Did you say
Um,
1d6 drowning damage?
Yeah, 1d6 drowning damage. Drowning damage is a cups type damage, and it makes you feel like your body makes it feel like you are undergoing the effects of drowning, like you have water in your lungs, you can't think, you can't breathe, you can't use your voices.
That's horrifying.
Yeah, it's the worst. I need
Yeah.
it.
And then last but not least, the sickeningly abundant card. We have a cups card. This is going to give you guys um three sutures. Sutures are 1d6 plus 3 healing item. So you guys got 3 sutures. You can put them in your equipment slot. You can spread them out among your party. You are protected just a little bit from harm. But yeah. So that's the end of the first encounter into the unknown. You have a brief moment of respite in the woods. The warm lantern is overbearing behind you. Do you all want to walk forward and see what is next?
I would. I would also. Is it okay if I steal? Well, Tony, did you say you casted heal on me, right?
Help.
Help.
Help. Okay, gotcha. I would love to use one of those sutures, please, and thank you, because I'm really scared. Is that okay with everybody?
Oh yeah, for sure.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
As somebody who stood in the back and didn't get hurt at all, I think you absolutely.
So it was
Durai
a
already
D6.
has 2 of them as well, so
Oh, hell yeah. Artie, did you need one too?
No, but we didn't roll for my morale for that gambit that I did.
Oh, just roll a d6 for me.
Okay.
Well, there shouldn't be any consequence for it now. But just let's see what would
Okay.
happen. Yeah.
It was a 4.
A 4 with a 4, you would have been disarmed for the following turn.
Gotcha. Which I didn't take
So
a
sorry.
following turn anyway. So
Yeah, so yeah, you're all set. It all works out. Good gambit.
So the suture is a D6 plus what?
3.
mhm.
Okay, so I healed back to full. Thank
Nice.
Alrighty. You got 2 sutures left. Durai, I think you have a couple sutures as well. You are
Mhm,
the
mhm.
the protector. Yeah, the memory is over. You remember Enoch's words, he will guide you to where you need to go, and you just have to go through this one more time. Do you want to continue out into the unknown?
Yeah, we do.
Heck yeah. So
Mhm.
we're going to draw 2 more cards. And then the first one, like the last time, is going to be the nature and the place. For the nature, we have the Page of Wands, and for the place, we have the King of Wands. 2 wands. Does anybody want to change fate for this one?
Durai, you have not had Dusty, you've not had a chance to change fate yet. Do you want to change fate, or do you want one of us to do?
I think being so close, I would love to change fate of a place.
Oh, awesome. So you're going to get to be able to change fate for
Yes.
both the place and the nature here. And this one's a fun one. I love to rise. Okay. So you guys walk upon the trail, and just like the next one, we will reveal this as we go. You guys walk through the forest. You're now aware of this games. Ahead of you is this kind of this like almost kind of like nun-like robed figure. They have some golden jewelry. They seem to be having a bit of a moment. They're kind of like sitting next to a tree, weeping to themselves. The air feels a little dry, not just from the heat of the lantern. What do you guys want to do?
Does this count as a new scene for trigger checks?
Nope, this is the same scene, different beat. But you can
Okay.
roll and ask your voices anything if you'd like to.
Dry air makes me think of fire. Could I, let's see, let me look at my voices. Maybe grimoire to see if like if I could think of something else that might be contributing.
Yeah,
other than
100%.
just fire.
Mhm.
Okay. Okay, it's a 14.
14, Grimoire. Grimoire's going to say, the way fire makes the air dry is very distinct. It's not quite that. The air is dry and coarse, like it was sucked. The moisture was sucked out of it, and then something settled, like ashes.
Um, the I this is a weird ask, but I would like to ask delegate touch, right? Because like if I can sense that the air is right, like I feel like it's because the air is like all around me, and I feel like it's the almost like paying really close attention to how the air
Yeah.
feels on Ido's skin. Um,
Can we do, I think perception would be the better one here.
okay,
Just using
yeah,
your,
it's
your
perfect.
sense
Yeah,
perception. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
perfect. Yeah, I'm happy to do that. Let me find where it is so I know. So +4, got it. That is a 17.
17, your perception is going to it's going to hit on a similar beat that they're kind of your hair is kind of sticking up at ends. It's not just that there's like this ashy dryness, but it's almost like when you close a door on an active fire, that it is something here is ready to reignite.
I think Ido's just gonna kind of turn to the rest of the group and ask, like, can you feel that? Can you? It feels like anticipation almost.
Could Durai ask Felicity?
Yeah, for sure. 100%. Felicity is a very, very good voice for this, I think.
Yeah, and I would roll for that.
Yeah.
Okay. 1 second. That is, I believe it's a high roll. Felicity for me. So it's going to be 19.
19. You're gonna get a very interesting read from Felicity. Um, just this ash-like sensation. It reminds you of a poem that you heard a long time ago, and you think it kind of hooks in to this about kind of purpose and revolution. It goes, pell-mell from you as a pell-mell from you as from a blazing torch, molten shards of flame. You not know if the fire heralds freedom or will consume all you cherish. Will what will remain be ashes or diamonds? Ahead of you, while surrounded by ashes, is a diamond-like corpse.
I think in listening to that and in reaction to Ido, but without saying anything, I think Durai is going to kind of start approaching slowly.
Mm-hmm.
Not saying anything yet, but like not like approaching very clearly with no ill intent right now.
Mm-hmm. She looks up at you. You know, she's been crying. They're a harpy. and you can tell that while they are robed, they have the hands of somebody who of a soldier, someone who has fought for very long.
I take it in, and finally Durai says, is there, do you need help? Are you lost?
I could use a hand. You see, my my house. It used to be here a long time ago, and it burned down, and all of the green grew over, and I swear I had a piece of jewelry. It meant a lot to me. It was my silver lining, my hope in the darkness, and I just can't find it. I've been looking for hours. Would you give me a hand?
I think Durai instinctively just starts looking around immediately and see if there's anything, and also wants to look if there's like there is the dryness of the air and like the feeling of the ash, but it's like, is there any clear marks of something being burnt down?
Yeah, and as you look out of the lantern that has kind of spotlighted, you start to notice that what the lantern is revealing in the space around is burning embers and metallic sand. This kind of like shimmering purple gray iron-like sand. Uh, and there is a kind of like a, a structure that emerges somewhere a little bit in the distance that is just kind of its beams are cindering. Um, and outside of the lantern, you see about just a little bit into the storm, you see the glimmer of a diamond, some gemstone, kind of just like uh, almost kind of embedded in one of the trees. Um,
I think Durai notices that and looks back at everyone else, kind of motioning for it, and wants to wait to see what everyone else's response is before they make any more decisions.
So just to be clear, the diamond, it's outside of the light.
it's outside of the light, yeah.
Remind me what the voice All Night Movie tells you.
All Night Movie is a wonderful little voice. It's a voice that basically you've dreamed of this situation that's happening in front of you before, but something is different. And the thing that's different tells you what's important about the scene.
Yeah, I would love to ask All Night Movie what uh what it thinks of the situation in that
Uh-huh.
like this feels dangerous, but like I'm not sure why.
Yeah, for sure.
That is a 9.
That is a 9. Your All Night Movie, you recognize this person in front of you. You've dreamt of them. You've heard their name. You think at least. Uh, they are a harpy from Wisplight. They were fighting for a cause that you can't quite remember, but in your dreams, they succeeded. They changed one of the they ripped free one of the smaller outposts, Velvet Chapel, from the reigns of one of the Coven Mothers. They created a little oasis in the Iron Sands. But that person is not the same as the one in front of you. This one is burnt through right to their core.
Um, I'm then going to turn to Panos and say, did the lamp that you found have oil in it? Could we redirect light, shine it over there so we're not technically leaving?
I mean, I was already thinking the same thing. Yeah. So it looks like the range is 6 on this thing.
Mhm.
I don't know that. I don't know if that matters if we're in Tails mode right now. But yes, I would love to cast the light over towards it.
Yeah.
Well, if I also while I'm doing this, if I use right eye reveals on this person, if am I getting the null space on this
Yeah,
person also?
that same null space is within them. Yeah.
Cool, great,
Mhm.
wonderful.
So you cast the lantern. This is like the soft, like off blue diffused light that illuminates the loom woods outside of Enoch's lantern, and the diamond is clearly within view.
I lit it up. I gotta
Yeah.
hold the lantern here, y'all.
Yeah, someone's got to go out and grab that thing.
What's Etlin doing?
Etlin is looking around and seeing a bunch of people who are cautious, and I think she knows that caution is good, but if you want to investigate something, sometimes you need to get your hands dirty. And she's gonna go grab the diamond out of the
Okay, yeah, for sure. Real quick, as soon as you leave the Enoch's lantern, you get 1 stack of severing as soon as you step out.
Fair enough.
Is that the first stack that you've gotten?
Yep.
Okay, so +4 to Felicity, +4 to Monomyth. If any of those have gotten higher than your +7 or +8 for your trigger voices, they additionally become a trigger voice for you. And as you pick up the diamond, it's really, 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 really hot. Really, really hot. It singes you, and then it ignites around you guys.
Okay.
And in this kind of blinding flame, the area around you changes to the sands of Wisplight. And the diamond-like corpse starts huddled around these kind of burned, charred monuments as this rumination wakes up around you. The sands of Wisplight are red, almost red hot, with the embers that are emanating from their diamond-like heart. And this is the memory of wildfire, a wildfire that burned through the rot and the green just the same, awaiting the vision of the forest bare of its growth and decay. This is the ruminations of a martyr and the uncertainty of dying before their greatest revelation. Now, this rumination is changed by our bulwark, who decided to change fate. And this does 2 things. One, it makes the place feel like home. It makes the place come back to the safe and soft green of the places that you grew up in as a child, of the pastures of Noth. So on this arena, there is this purple here, which is difficult terrain. It's the iron sand, and because of the corpse, if you accumulate scorch during this encounter, it would never go down until you explode, which is not good. But because of your memory overtaking and becoming part of this rumination, this difficult terrain is now soft grass, and fire and scorch. She can burn you, but it won't stick in the way that it would have otherwise. Additionally, this is a rumination for you as well. This is a tragic, difficult memory that has kind of been trudged up by seeing somebody so much like you. The feeling of home, the place is worth protecting. It gives you a kind of assuredness, but it means something more now, because this is what your home used to look like, not what it looks like now. Can you protect it this time? And with that, we're going to jump into our engagement. Give me 1 second. I just got to grab the cards for this.
I am gonna trigger because someone near me is ruminating. I am gonna trigger.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
We have the Page of Wands, and then how do the Burning Winds work? 1 second. Okay, we start with 3. King Wands, you can be the Burning Wind today.
A reminder for being severed. What was one of my things that should have gone up?
Felicity and Monomyth go up by 4 each.
And
am I looking for back here? Where are you? Oh, it's already out on the field. My bad. Diamond Light Corpse. You can be the king. And then the Burning Winds. Alrighty, so you guys are going to be able to start this engagement anywhere behind this area. The dark black is like vertical dunes. They're easy to slide down. They're very difficult to climb up. And then where there used to be very difficult terrain is now very, very soft grass. So you can move pretty much through it pretty normally. And then, sorry, I just got to make the deck real quick. And yeah, there's more of you guys hiding in here. Get out of here. The rats.
The rat Joe trying to get back in here.
Rat Joe. He's like, there's not enough poison stacks on these guys.
I gotta get back in there,
Get
man.
some poison in there.
Rat Joe always trying to come back.
Yeah, my name's Rat Joe, and you can't get rid of me that easy.
So you said we would start anywhere like on the left side of the red line, essentially.
Right side of this like
Right
a
side,
yeah.
okay.
Mm-hmm. And then these 4 cards are gonna be the start. Oh, Enoch, what are you doing here? Get out of here.
Silly.
You don't
Get
belong
outta
here.
kitty cat.
Also, I know we might be running a little close on time. Just let me know if we have a hard stopping point so that just this encounter and then the end of the unknown is right after. So if we start getting a little close, let me know and you can wrap this up.
We're 2 hours in. We've got at least another hour of play left. If people need a break, though, we can also
Okay,
do a little
yeah,
break. So,
sounds good. We could a break after this encounter would be perfect timing.
yeah.
And we'll see how you guys fare against the Diamond Light Corpse.
I feel like I'm losing my mind. Is my little token gone?
Oh, it's right here. So wait, that's
oh,
Etlin.
Big
That's
rat.
Etlin, yeah.
Let's see. Where did Ido go? I can find a new one if we.
Hold on, I think it's my fault.
Yeah, I'm so scared.
I was
It's so
cleaning
dark
some
over there.
I was cleaning some rats off the board and they took Ida with them.
Damn.
I am now the rat queen.
Okay, so ahead of you is 3 burning wind. These are like that diamond that you picked up. It's like an elemental ember that is kind of trailing around this diamond like corpse. And just like the other rumination, killing the corpse will end this dreaded memory. The way that this one works is that at the start of every round, a new burning wind is added to the deck.
Yikes.
And if we didn't change this to soft grass, the scorch that you guys accumulate would not go down until you exploded. So the way scorch works, it's like poison, except it's a D4, and when it counts up to 4, you blow up, and you take 1 damage at the start of your turn when you have it.
Wild.
All right.
Well done, Dusty. Well done.
I think I'm almost ready to go. Okay. And I just want to make sure I know what I'm doing with the burning winds because I haven't ran this one yet.
Whoa, first time.
First time, yeah, I know.
Exciting.
Okay, yeah. I'm hoping this encounter isn't too mean. Alrighty. We're gonna shuffle this deck. Give me the no whammy.
Stop.
Yo.
Durai. This is your rumination. You
Yo.
go first. I'm gonna move down here so I don't keep any of the cards tangled up.
Okay. Durai is gonna just go directly for the corpse.
Okay.
So I have the 5 flight. Durai is gonna immediately just like take flight.
Okay.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then 1, 2, 3, 4. Which I guess is like their stride.
Yep, that's one quick action. So you got 2 quick actions left.
I use voice moves here?
Like check in with the voice.
Yeah.
It's a minor action, so it costs 2 actions to check in with the voice if you'd like to.
Because the Rye understands what is happening. However, they don't feel like violence should be the answer to this. But they are going to. What voice? What voice? What voice? I think because also like fate has been changed, I think they're going to go to one of their trigger voices and they're going to want to ask authority what should they do.
Mm-hmm.
And that is going to be a 14.
14. Authority is going to say, Durai, your soft heart is the reason you were exiled in the first place. You've dealt with enough would-be martyrs in Noth to know that words can't overcome their burning ambitions. A martyr can only be felled by a sword. Their ideas can only die by words. You have to do what needs to be done.
They are approaching as this voice talks, and I think this steals their nerves, and they are. That is my minor action, so I don't currently have any more actions, correct?
Yeah, you can gambit if you would like, which is you deal a full morale's bar worth of damage, and you get to take 2 more actions, and then you suffer the consequences on that after. From a meta level, gambits are awesome, and I love them. This encounter does have some morale mechanics happening, so I would be very careful with that resource more so than the other encounters.
Word understood. However, I'm still going to do it.
Yes, 100%. Go crazy.
So I have 2 more minor actions. I think with this, their resolve is sealed, so they're actually, as they're flying down, going to strike with their pike.
Okay,
at
yes.
this corpse.
Strike at him.
So that's going to be 19.
19. 19 is going to hit. And then roll damage for me.
Nice. So that is going to be 5 plus 4 vital, and it's armor piercing.
Armor piercing. Nice. So armor piercing doesn't do anything yet. But
Okay.
as your sword pierces them, your authority holds it. The mantra is truer than you thought it was. This is a fledgling saint, somebody that had won wars through words, or tried to at least. They died trying to. And your all-pike, your violence crushes their diamond-like charred corpse more so than it would normal. They're vulnerable to steel. So you're going to do double damage than what you just rolled.
Great. So that was 9. So that's 18 total.
18 total. Okay. They're still they're crushed, but their eyes are full of like an otherworldly determination. There's still a ton of fight left in them.
Authority said that swords need to strike, so with their wrist-mounted cannon, they're going to fire.
Yeah, go for it.
That is 16.
16, that's going to hit.
Okay, so that is D4 of Blaze and also Scorch 2.
Scorch 2. So a couple of things are going to happen. The first is, how much damage did you do?
3.
That blaze damage that you had, that fire, they completely, it glances right off of the wands type damage. They just completely suck that in. It emboldens their passion. And same with that scorch. They are cindering now with a newfound resolve. A scary amount of spirit emanates from in front of you. You can still ram them though if you'd like.
I will not. Durai wants them right where they are.
That's good. That's good intuition. Okay. Derives the end of your turn. Next is the this Wands card, which is Burning Wind 3. You have 3 actions. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 1, 2, 3. And you notice as they get closer to you that they kind of ephemerally are like floating towards you. They are going to first kind of actually no, they're not. They're going to do you're going to feel a kind of pressure of spirit go up against your morale. Does a 17 hit?
Yes, it does.
So on, you feel this this overwhelming kind of dread, this fire that has been planted inside your heart, where your faith resides, where your relationship to destiny and benevolence, and it is burning away at it. At the start of your next turn, it is going to ignite, and you are going to take 6 morale damage. Not quite yet, hasn't gone off yet, but at the start of your next turn, it will. That's going to be the end of the first Burning Wind's turn. Oh, these are in different order now, and it spooks me. All right, and now it's going to be the corpse's turn. They are going to do what's called a step. So a step is kind of like a disengage, except it lets them move 1 tile as well. So they're going to kind of jump out of your range to try and stop that reaction attack at the cost of 1 of their actions. And then they are going to swing at you with their kind of like this ember charred spear that they were holding. Does a 12 hit?
It does not.
It does not. They're going to kind of plant that spear into the ground with a lot of force and confidence, and you're going to see this burning wind up here, the one above you, is going to be like emboldened, full of more of this kind of rallying fire, and that is going to be the end of their turn. And we have another wind's turn, which is the Burning Wind 2. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And this is the same thing as before. First roll to hit is a 20, which I think does hit. This
Sure
is
does.
the heat, the first little heat strike that they were going to make. You're going to take 4 blaze damage. Oh, wait, sorry, wrong stat block. 1 second. No, you are going to take 4 blaze damage, and you're going to have 1 scorch on you. So a scorch is a d4. It counts down at the start of your turn, and you take damage equal to it. If this gets to 4, you're going to explode for 1d4 damage, but it does damage to everything around you. So Durai got Scorch 1, and it's going to also do that same little thing, and that is a 19 plus 4 is a 23. Does that hit?
Sure does.
What's your AC?
My AC is 14.
Okay. If they rolled 1 more, they would have crit you. But you're going to feel that same dreadful pressure. There's 2 things now attacking your spirit, your will to keep going. You're going to take now 12 morale damage at the start of your next turn. I completely forgot also, you gambited. Can you roll a d6 for me as well?
Hell yeah.
Sorry.
I love consequences.
I completely forgot about the gambit morale roll.
That's a 4.
A 4. A 4 is going to mean that you're disarmed on your next turn, which just means you can't use your weapons or strike with like your talons, your natural weapons. You can't make an attack in a martial style. Your first morale bar is going to be depleted. You have 3 of them. They're next to your HP and armor. It's like a 3 stacked bar.
Okay.
On your next turn, you're going to start taking damage to your second morale bar. All right, that's that turn. Ido, your turn.
Well, I don't like it. I'm gonna move 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And I'm going to take a quick shot at Burning Wind 3.
Okay, sounds good.
So let me roll that. I want to take a penalty. Let's do 4. So that's a 3.
A 3 total.
Yeah.
Alrighty, that is not going to hit.
Yeah, I imagine that's the case.
Mm.
I'm gonna reload.
Getting a little
And
too
I'm gonna
tricky with
try-
it.
I got a little too tricky with it. I think I'm a little freaked out. Like this feels very alien and strange to me, and I just am watching Durai. Like I imagine from where I was, it was a lot of like strange fire, like it's like the hate, like you know when like their heat it gets like wavy. I
Yeah.
imagine that it just Durai essentially turned into a mirage for a second. I think that freaked me out.
Mhm.
I'm gonna do it again. And that's also not gonna do it. So bad dice rolls this turn. I think that's it.
Unfortunate. Poor Ido did not get their stylish start like the previous
No,
encounters.
I needed it.
It's another Burning Wind's turn. Did I do this order wrong? Which one went before? Is there 2 of the same card in here? 1 second. The Page of Wands went. Okay, so I did technically do that out of order, but it wouldn't make a huge difference. Same thing's gonna happen again. First hit, that one's gonna miss. And the next one is going to be a 19 plus 4, which is just under a crit as well. Not a crit, but now you're at 18 morale damage at the start of your next turn. If you take a full bar, no, there's no carryover. But yeah, you have 16 dread kind of sitting over your soul at the moment. This thing is going to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's going to position itself in front of the Diamond Light Corpse. Oh, look at that! It's the Diamond Light Corpse. Oh wait, I'm going the wrong way. Okay, I understand. I understand. I was doing that. I was
like, what just happened?
I did. But anyway, the next turn after Ido anyway was the Page of Wands, so we were good. The turn order serendipitously went the exact way it was supposed to. I just got to adjust the way that I do this. Yeah. Okay, Panos, it's your turn.
These things that look like pillars, is that elevated or not?
They are elevated, yeah.
How tall?
You can just like roughly guesstimate from the tile. So I'd say that this one is like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 tiles tall.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna go 1, 2. Yeah, that's good. And then I would like to use Transfiguration on the Diamond Light Corpse.
Okay. Always a good spell.
That is a 20.
That is a 20. That is going to hit.
That's a 20 on the dice. It was
24.
24, yeah. Either way, we're good.
That's going to crit on a 24.
This is why I mentioned it, yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know what that does other than it sounds like it's a good thing.
You're going to roll double damage dice, and it's going to knock them prone instead of just moving them somewhere.
Cool. I would like to, figuratively this is a little wonky, but I would like to, it does seem like they like to be close to these things and these things like to be close to them.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to take them up forward and embed them in the side of the back pillar. That's
okay.
That feels like decent placement for what I'm trying to intend.
Yeah, sounds good.
So they're knocked prone inside of the thing, and they are going to take 7 damage.
7 damage. So
Sorry, just for like my own visual sake, does the person disappear and then reappear, or do we watch them just get flung?
Disappear and reappear. Yeah.
I love that. That's so sick.
Yeah.
It's like they're getting compressed and then uncompressed, zipped and unzipped.
So sick.
So that's going to do 3 damage. And as you push them into that spot and they're knocked prone and they're restrained, you're going to notice that their body hardens. They instead of having this kind of charred, almost flame-like parts of their body, as they've been put into this kind of negative status condition state, their whole body kind of calcifies into a diamond.
That's what I intended the whole time. Um, if I, just out of curiosity, because this has not happened before, if I don't use my entire movement initially, am I still done with it, or can I move more after doing another thing?
You can't move, do an action, and then resume movement.
Cool, that's fine. I probably would have positioned slightly differently, but I did not ask that question in advance. And I believe I do still have 2 things to do.
You cast this spell so you can command familiar, but you have 1 action left.
I have 1 action left, 1 quick action. Let's yeah, I'm just gonna get myself most of the way up here, I think.
Sounds good. Etlin, it's your turn.
Etlin is going to move up 6. She's going to stride for another 3. She's going to quick action, do her predictive observation on this win. Actually, let me hold on that predictive observation. Let me attack first. I'm feeling hopeful. I am going to use the axe or the hatchet.
Okay.
For a 21 to hit.
21 does hit.
And then that's going to be 12 damage to this one.
12 damage. That's going to kill it. And as you swing at it, it just kind of dissipates into ember, and you feel seen, you feel targeted, and you hear a yell from over the pillar, just goading you, taunting you. They you're a coward for snuffing out my embers instead of dealing with me myself. You're gonna take or you're gonna make a voice saving throw for me.
Okay.
The DC is 15.
On my sheet, it says 0 over my voice saving throw. That just means nothing.
0, no modifier. Yeah.
Okay. Do I still choose the voice that I'm saving with?
No, it's just it's like a physical arcane voice. It basically somebody is targeting your internal disposition right now with a.
That's a 13.
13. You are not going to pass. She does goad you. You feel it, this anger. It burns in your heart, and then it actually starts burning. You're going to take 3 blaze damage, and you're also going to take 3 morale damage. You can't believe you let yourself be inflamed by literal words.
And in that case, my predictive observation is going on her.
That's good. Good intuitions on that one.
How much you said it was 3 damage to my morale?
Yep, 3 damage to your morale.
Okay. All right. And that was movement, stride, attack, predictive. Okay, that's me.
Alrighty. Etlin, you're the last turn of the round. So at the start of this turn, another burning wind comes into the battle.
Whoa.
Sorry I'm late, guys. Traffic was crazy.
And Etlin, since you're the last turn, you can no whammy, stop this one.
And go.
Go. 1 second. Who died? Burning Wind 3? That's not this one, but let me get that card out of the deck real quick. Search. It's you. Okay. We're starting with Burning Wind 2.
For battle mechanics clarity, when
you can take them off the
another
board,
wind comes in, is it possible a 10 would show up again, or is it like done.
Say that one more time for
you
me.
know? So because like new burning winds are getting added next time,
Yeah.
is it possible that 10 could get added back in, or is it like done?
The way that this one works is that it's going to go until there are no more wands cards in the deck.
Okay.
So 10, that specific one can't come back because it's attached to that wands card that is now out of the deck.
Gotcha.
Mhm.
Cool.
So it's gonna be Burning Wind 2's turn. And it really likes beating up on Durai.
Damn.
16 to hit.
Yep.
It's gonna be 4 blaze damage, and your scorch is gonna go up by 1. So we got 2 scorch now, and then it's going to do that same morale pressure. It's going to miss on the morale. Panos, your turn.
Look, I don't know if this is going to do anything, but I'm going to use the fractal lantern on the burning wind because.
Wait, 1 second. You used the fractal lantern to cast a damaging spell. That also means that the King of Wands is blind right now. The Diamond Light Corpse. I forgot about that.
Oh yeah. Oh, so it's any attack spell. Like that's right. Okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
Mm-hmm.
Awesome. I love it. I did it even better than I knew. I'm going to just use it as a weapon to do the drowning damage. Do I just roll? Does that use my spellcasting modifier? Or is that different?
Yeah, D20 plus 4, or D20 plus 4. It's a weapon attack, but because it's in a theme, you have the same amount of competency with it.
Bonus. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, so 16 on Burning Wind 2.
16 on Burning Wind 2. That's going to hit. Can you do me a quick favor, and can you make a voice saving throw for me as well?
Yeah, so it's the D20 plus nothing.
You should have I don't know what your disposition is. You might have a more voice. I think with a psyche disposition, you might even have a +4.
Let's find out by looking at my character sheet. Can't imagine how many tabs I have open, and where would I find that?
The
the
which
main
sheet
character.
is different. It's going to be on the engagement sheet. Let me see if I can find it real quick.
Yeah.
It's like there's gonna be like 3 sections, and I think it's gonna be 6.
Saving throws. Voice is 0. Voice is
there.
0.
You go. Oh, voice is 0. Okay, I was
Arcane
wrong.
is +4.
Okay, gotcha.
Well, that's an 18.
18. You were going to pass. So you were only going to take 2 blaze damage, and you're going to resist that goading, that taunting. You don't even hear what she says to you.
Okay. Cool. That's wonderful.
Mm-hmm. And then that burning wind that you hit with your lantern is dead. It just dissipates.
Excellent.
So burning wind 2, that one is gone.
Oh yeah, I still can do things. Let's do it one more again on Burning Wind 1.
Go get him.
All right. So that is going to be a 14.
14 is going to hit. Meets beats.
I do. It says 1d6 plus full.
That's 4 damage.
Plus
these
4.
things have 1 HP. So you were going
so
to.
I hit it. It goes poof. Do I need to make a voice saving again?
Nope. Just once per turn.
Just once per. Okay. Perfect.
Yeah. Okay. Awesome. Next turn is the corpse's turn. They're still diamond-like in the wall. They're going to try and get out real quick. They're not going to be able to. They're going to do it one more time. They are able to free themselves out from the wall. They fall, and then they use a quick action to pick themselves up. They're blind, and they only have 1 quick action left. What do I want to do with her turn?
My most powerful spell: put people in a wall.
It's so good. Just every time you do it, I go, yes.
They're going to put their banner to the ground as well, and they're going to embolden this burning wind up there, and it's going to be the end of their turn. Ido, your turn. They're no longer diamond-like they're no longer diamond-like as they end their turn.
Okay. I'm gonna do my best. So we're gonna move 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I'm going to load my gun. And I'm going to try and a trick shot them
Yeah.
where they're at. Yeah, I'm gonna be risky business. I'm gonna say -5 again.
Heck yeah.
Awesome. So that is, I rolled a 18 plus my 4, -5, so 17.
17 is going to hit.
Nice.
And then
so
whatever
I will.
whatever your total damage is here, you're going to double it because they are vulnerable to steel.
Oh hell yeah. Okay. Oh, max damage. So 10 plus 4, 14 plus 8 is a number that exists. 22. Yes.
Well,
44.
holy shit.
44.
Arc
Christ.
damage, yeah,
let's
if that
go.
matters.
Oh, it is arc damage. They are not vulnerable to arc damage.
Dang it.
I am so sorry. They are vulnerable to steel, not lightning. So 22 damage total is still
Only
really
totally
high.
22.
Yeah,
only
only
22.
22.
Still
Only
take
22.
it.
That shock, it kind of turns some of those roaring flames that she has into ash. Her diamond core, her burning passion is dwindling more so than it was before. She looks at you with desperate, tear-filled eyes, almost pleading.
I'm going to use my last action to taunt to give me an additional 2 style, and the enemy is at taunt 1.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm gonna deal 2 plus my disposition modifier, which I believe was 4, right?
Yep. So 6 morale damage.
Yep.
She's vulnerable to morale damage. You're going to do 12, which is going to take a full bar of morale from her. She's
Hell
rolling
yeah.
D6. Oh, she got a 1. She's going to be panicked until the end of their next turn, which means she can't attack, and she's going to she can't use what is the panic condition? One sec. I will figure this out as we go to the next turn, but that was it's probably the worst status effect you can get on a morale lose. So incredible turn for Ido. It's their turn next, so let me figure this out real quick. Wait, no, I did it again. I did it the wrong way. Durai, it's your turn. I gotta get better at this card thing.
All good, all good.
I have, I think, a very important question because all the burning winds are gone. Am I still taking all that damage?
You are still taking all that damage, unfortunately.
Cool.
There is still technically 1 burning wind on the table also.
They're fine. How does morale damage work?
So you basically, if you look on your character sheet, you have like a 3-tiered health bar. It's like fervent, challenged, stressed. So when you gambited, you sacrifice that fervent bar. You just took 18 morale damage, which is 100% going to knock your challenged bar down. So you're going to roll a d6, and it's going to give you we're going to figure out what that means. But now you're on your last morale bar. If you lose this morale bar, you have a chance of becoming doomed. When you are doomed, this is a permanent, like death-like condition on your character. If you get doomed 3 times, you will give up on the pursuit of your ambition forever. You will separate yourself from the weave of fate and go do something else with your life, never to return to the ambitions of changing the world to whatever shape you seek to.
All right. Well, I rolled a 5 on my d6.
So you got the same one as last time. So you're disarmed. You're still disarmed. You're basically disarmed.
Oh yeah. So disarmed means I cannot use any of my weapons.
You basically can't strike, which is using weapon attack, and you can't cast spells. But you can use like confront, I think, as a bulwark. you should have that minor action feature. And you can like help your allies with the minor action help as well. Yeah.
Confront.
Confront, basically you point at somebody and then
Mhm.
you can get into a prolonged taunt like engagement with them where you have the advantage, and you kind of lock them to fighting you one-on-one for a little bit.
They don't have weapons. Hell yeah. I will do that actually.
Gotcha. So all you got to do is you just got to get within your all pike range of them, and then you can cast it.
Easy peasy. So 1, 2, 3. I will do that. And they need to make a voice saving throw against my physical save DC.
Okay. They got a 4 + 6 is 10.
So they failed.
They failed it. So what is going to happen is you're going to have a +6 to hit them until the confront is over. You are right now immune to any displacement effects. You can't be moved at all. And they willingly cannot leave your what's it called? Your they can't leave your weapons range. The only way they can get out of your weapons range if somebody else knocks them out of it. And if that does happen, you can strike them for it. And then if they die during this, you will regain a use of confront.
Great. I realized I accidentally moved Ido, so I moved Ido back and I moved myself. I saw the movement for it.
That's all good. All right. You
so
still have, I
that
think,
is-
one more action, but I don't know if there's anything you can do with it. You can suture up if you'd like to.
I think I'm confronting the. Yeah, I think I will definitely suture up
Mhm.
while making sure like I'm standing in front of this thing and bandaging myself up. Just you ain't going nowhere. All right, and that will be all my actions since I cannot attack.
Perfect. Now it's the which one is this? Is it the new guy? It is the new guy. Burning Wind 4 is going to fly on over. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm going to say that they can see you from here. They're basically kind of looking between these two things to get a sight on you from up there. And they're emboldened. They're burning brighter than before from whatever the Diamond Lake corpse did. Let me just see what that does. Make sure. Actually, they can move a little bit more because of that. So they're going to go here actually. So they're going to do 4 extra blaze damage if they hit. Oh, and they have an extra quick action. That's so cool. Sorry. I forgot I designed these encounters.
Like I'm such a good game
Yeah.
designer.
I love it when that happens. So like,
Yeah.
oh hell yeah, this is sick as this is awesome.
So does a 21 hit?
Yeah.
Okay, so 21, you're going to take 8 blaze damage now. And they're going to do the same thing again. And it's going to be a -4 + 2, a 13 to hit. Does that hit?
13 does not.
Okay. So that's their 2 strikes, and then they're going to use their last minor action for a 17. Does that hit?
That one does hit.
Okay, you got that same smoldering morale threat, 6 damage coming on the next turn.
Hell yeah.
Etlin.
Okay, so I am goaded right now, so I think she's just gonna fucking go buck wild. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 to get me up there. I'm going to stride to get up here. She says, "You wanted my attention," and she's gonna raise the hatchet over her head.
Mm-hmm.
For a 21 to hit.
21. Since they're panicked, you can roll again with advantage if you'd like.
Sure. It's a 23 to hit now.
23, that does make it a crit.
Oh, okay.
So with this hatchet, when it crits, it has 2 keywords that activate: fragile means that you're going to do max damage on your damage dice. So I don't remember what it is, but you're gonna roll. It's gonna be 2 at max damage because it's a crit.
Yep.
And then butcher, which means that you get to. It takes a limb when it crits. Oh, it's also gonna break after this strike.
Yes. So raises this nasty, awful hatchet up over her head and swings it down on one of her the corpse's shoulders, dealing 16 damage and chopping off the arm as it shatters.
How much damage?
16.
16. That is going to kill the diamond-like corpse. You swing down on their shoulder, and it goes all the way through until hitting her diamond heart, and it shatters. And in the kind of collapsing of all of that potential, her cause, everything she fought for, everything she was, is that burning wind around you settles into ash.
I think like the handle just kind of falls out of her hand, and she says, "First rule of Wispelite: you don't want an investigator's attention."
Hardcore. Hardcore.
I love that. So that's the end of the fight with the second corpse, which means Enoch's lantern has guided you to the tower. You see this sunset on the horizon. And I'm going to say that this is a good time for a quick break if you guys would like to take it. And I have to change up some board stuff real quick.
Yeah. We're going to take a 5-ish minute break. We're going to get up. We're going to stretch. We're going to move around. We're going to take a little snack, take a little bio break if we need to. If you're out there watching and you need to take a break, now's a great time. But you know what's a great thing to do on a break? Go to ttrpg.link/ambition. By the way, we did blow through one stretch goal earlier in the stream. So maybe we hit another stretch goal this stream. Who knows?
Whoa, thank you guys. Oh my God.
But you can head over to ttrpg.link/ambition to find out more about the game and check it out and backing it. It's got about, is it 24 hours, less than 24 hours? It's coming up.
It is 1 day, 19 hours, 17 minutes, and 56 seconds.
Exactly. 55, 54. It'll be 5 minutes less when we come back in just one moment. Wes, you can go ahead and take us out. For the final moments of our 3-part actual play, if you haven't had a chance yet, go over to ttrpg.link/ambition. Check out the game. If you haven't checked out the first 2 episodes, they are live over on our YouTube channel. Also, too, with that said, Yanni, I'm going to hand things over to you to take us to the tower.
Yeah. So,
really quick, do we want to do like a content warning for folks that maybe joined post beginning of the stream? Yanni, if you wouldn't mind talking over the themes we're going to touch on here.
Yeah, so this is the end of the unknown. This is an encounter that is going to deal explicitly with suicide. It is a heavy and emotional encounter, and if you have sensitivities towards it, I would recommend tuning out. You've got a good taste of how the engagements and all the play works, but this is an emotionally heavy encounter.
Awesome, and now we can do it.
So all of you kind of break another tree line. Ahead of you is this kind of soft field, and there's a kind of like sensation that you all have. It's lighter here, and ahead of you is a bit of a tranquil, almost solemn scene, as there is a well-tread path that leads to a cliffside and a crossroads. To the right of the crossroads is an old tower that its wood and foundation are aged. It is partially falling apart, but it is still just slightly standing. And then the left path leads down this large and rocky cliffside. Beyond it is a sunset, and you see this kind of black churning water, these rough waves harmlessly very far below, kind of hitting the rocks with an almost soothing rhythm. And in the middle of it all, in this crossroads, sitting at the edge of absolutely everything is Lilith. Her frame is unmistakable. And all of you guys, start of the new scene, make a trigger check for me.
I want to use delicate touch here, and I got a 15.
Gotcha.
Because it's a good one to understand poets, pundits, saints, and witches, I'm going to use conceptualization.
That's an amazing, amazing voice here.
And that's going to be a 20.
Love to see it.
I'm going to use while. It is a 20 on the die plus 7, so a 27.
27.
27K.
Yeah, team.
And Durai.
I think Durai is going to be using Felicity again. And this is going to be a 21.
Okay. Ido, your delicate touch. You've been learning a lot about yourself on this journey. You've been learning that as persistent and dedicated as you might be, your fascination with the with guns or delicate, fragile objects or things, it has helped you understood people, but there's more that you wish you knew. And right here is when you wish you've had it the most. You feel it ahead of you, a kind of heaviness in the air, and your delicate touch urges you, the gentlest one of all, a nice, firm hand on the shoulder of someone who needs it. Durai, your Felicity is going to get a bit of a strange one. Felicity is a voice about silver linings, about finding the light in the darkness. And there is a dark cloud here, and one that doesn't seem like there's any light shining through. And then you realize that's the brightness here. There should be a light. You should be feeling, as far away from it as you may be, the distant thrum of the tower behind you. The Tower Arcana is this giant architectural jellyfish that curses gun witches with their calamity and their liberation. And for the first time in your whole life, since even in Noth, you can feel the tower's soft pressure, like radiation, like a distant sun or a distant moon. Here is the first time you've ever been absent of it. It's a completely dark cloud without any light from the tower. Etlin, your conceptualization can't help but take in the scene, and there's something very poetic about it. You don't have those same investigator type inclinations towards your surroundings. The foliage looks like it belongs here. It doesn't look like it's been rememorized or whatever or forgotten. Like Enoch said, most of Loom is. This feels like everything here belongs here. And what a more beautiful place for which to be at than at a crossroads, beneath a tower, at a sunset, at the end of absolutely everything. And Panos, you're wild, compulsive even, frantic. You can't believe yourself. Your unkindness, your lack of spine killed that merchant. You know it now. You saw it. You saw their body ruminating, stuck and dead. And ahead of you is the one that made you care enough to come out. You, whatever happens here, you have to you have to bring them back. You wouldn't be able to live with yourself if you couldn't. And with that, the tower card, the arcana ahead of you, is drawn. And this is a card that used to mean a lot to you. This is a card that used to remind you of Lily. When you knew her, when she'd show up at your for Durai in Noth, or for Etlin at the bar, for Panos when they came to Loom, and for who am I missing? Ido. For Ido, and pretty much all walks of life. You've always been in the footsteps of the tower. But now here, fate is a funny thing. This card feels empty of its associations. It feels empty because the tower feels unpresent, like it's not here. But it also feels empty, as is Lily's fate is no longer wrapped up with it. The fate of this card ahead of you is not special. It is just a card. And if any of you would like to change that fate, you can right now.
I will.
Panos, you add the witch card to the spread. And the witch card, you're trying to pull, or fate is intertwining with you and the tower, trying to pull that connection, that covenhood, the sisterhood. And then it snaps. It's severed. The fate that is being spun is overridden. And Lily plays the Six of Wands, a card about introspection, a card about making the hardest decision of all. And in playing it and changing fate, this last final time, she says wordlessly through the weave that whatever happens here, I'm done letting others decide my fate for me.
I think Panos just starts walking towards her.
Mm-hmm. Give me 1 second. I had something important and I don't know where I just put it. Here we go. Perfect. So as you guys make your way down this path, you can tell Lily kind of like, you see her witch hat tilt a little bit, hearing your footsteps approach, but she sits at the cliffside looking forward and kind of is anticipating, awaiting your presence. And with that turn too, you can see her robes kind of like shake, betray her frame just a little bit. The harpy gunwitch in front of you, her wings are tattered. Ido, you've noticed it too, but it's never bothered them. They've never been mournful of their loss of flight from the battles that they've been in. But her frame beneath those robes is incredibly lithe, just bony and scrawny, and the kind of empty space under her shoulders is very, very evident as she turns and looks forward.
I think Ido's just like gonna act like, Lily, what are you doing out here?
She looks up at you and she kind of like gestures over to kind of take a seat next to them, and she kind of sits at this cliffside and looks out. She's talking like to you, but she doesn't want to look right at you. And she says, Ido, I'm sorry that you came all this way for me. I thought if I ran fast and far enough, you wouldn't have been able to keep up. But you're always right at my heels, up to the end of the road, it seems. I've been thinking about my time growing up and holding on to what keeps me underneath all of this that the tower's given me. And Mother Cheel always told me that sisterhood was like climbing a mountain you can never let go of. You can only reach your hands to pull yourself up, with the momentum carrying you to your next hold. And training to keep me alive made me want to die, and it still does. Cheel heard me joking once about how nice it would be to fall, to just take my hands off the mountain and close my eyes. I always thought that's what the end would feel like, falling weightlessly. And she tried her best to stomp out those delusions, she said, and I know she meant it, that dying isn't falling off the mountain. You can't. You hang until you freeze, and you're forced to watch as the curse seizes what's left of you and climbs until it burns out. I'm really sorry for leaving, but I can't climb anymore and I need to let go.
I want to do what my delicate touch voice encouraged me to do. I just want to reach out and like put a hand on her shoulder.
She's warm, and she leans into it, and that's never something she's ever really done.
Lily, I wasn't mad at you until just now.
I was worried that you would be. It's why I left without telling any of you.
Did you ever consider that maybe if you had told us, or maybe if you had stopped to let me catch up, that maybe it could have been different?
Maybe. I tried, you know, my whole life. After losing my page, I thought I could find meaning in being a curse that was kind. You all are closer to me than any of my sisters have anyone close to them, and I thought that it would be enough. I thought it would be enough to have meaning, to have a reason, but I can't deal with it anymore. Not you, not being kind, not the drinks at the bar with Etlin, not the kind strangers you meet on the path, but the curse, the way it eats at me. I thought purpose would be enough, and it wasn't, and I thought kindness would be enough, and it wasn't.
I think Ido turns to the rest of the group, and there's like a frantic desperation, right? That kind of recklessness that Etlin picked up on in the house, now more it's like Ido is trying to hold back a ocean of words, and like I don't know if she knows how, and she turns to her companions for help.
I think Etlin looks at Ido and looks at Lily and she sighs. And she'll go walk over next to Lily and sit next to her and say, you know, I know better than to try and convince you otherwise of any decision you've already made. In this place of memories, could I share a good memory of the two of us?
Yeah, for sure. You can either like you can improv it, you can say like give the vague details, or you can roll a voice and see if you can bring some of those details combined. The choice is up to you, how personal you want it to be.
I think that is good to know mechanically, but she was
Mhm.
also going to ask Lily that in person.
Oh, sorry. Can you say that one more
No,
time?
no,
for
no,
me?
that's okay. It was good to
Yeah.
talk about the mechanics of it,
Mhm.
but yeah, I think she kind of just staring at the sunset with her and asked that question.
The question is, do you have a memory to share? Is that what it was?
Could I share a memory with
Oh,
you?
oh, yes.
I won't be able to convince you otherwise anyway.
Yes. She looks at you and she nods and she says, "Oh, of course, Atlin. I just wish we had a drink to share, like old times."
You know, that was where we first met. Well, it was where, rather outside the bar was where we first met. I got into an argument with the patron of the bar. I was, looking for actually someone like you, a gun witch. I was looking for information on the mothers, as you know, and I had heard that there was a gun witch in the area that might be helpful for what I was trying to do. And I had gotten into a fight with the owner of the bar because, as you tend to do, he had seemed to grown fond of you and didn't want to sell you out. And I ended up on my ass on the sidewalk, and you helped me up. And I think, like, as it's happening, you can kind of hear in the background, there's the sound of people, kind of like the sounds of a bar, glasses clinking and people talking. And it's kind of fading in on top of the sound of the waves below. And she laughs, and it's the first time Etlin really has a moment of kind of just quiet joy. And she says, and we talked for hours. And the entire time we were together that first time, I didn't think to ask you about the mothers even once. You just had so many stories, and you were so willing to share them. And that's so rare for someone like me to experience. Someone who's lived to meet someone who's lived such a rich, full, and at times even very troubled life, and still be open to someone like me asking questions. I still hold that memory dear.
You know, so do
Kind of
I.
bump shoulders.
I remember like a wet dog, you sitting out there. You had such a chip on your shoulder. You reeked of gunpowder. And I know for a fact that you just barely made it out with your life with another sister. And I couldn't believe the audacity. And I said to myself, you know, if somebody made such an effort just to talk to me, who was I not to, you know, lay with the dog and get a couple fleas? And I appreciate that a lot. Your audacity, especially. I think it I carried myself a lot lighter from that day after, and every day after we shared.
And I think when she says that, I think Etlin kind of quietly looks over her shoulders at the others and kind of like tilts her head, asking them to join, maybe share something.
Go, Dusty, go. Go, Dusty, go.
I think what Edlin sees is that Durai looks so tiny right now.
Mm-hmm.
And they stand there for a moment and they take a slow, deep breath. They kind of drive their pike into the ground. They start like just dropping all their weapons as they walk over. And as they get closer and are on the cliffside with everyone, just kind of toss their axe and just their arm cannon. They just toss it over the cliff and just looks over at Lily.
Mm-hmm.
And you saved and helped so many of us. The least you could do is at least tell us where you were going. To do this alone, I know you're tired. I know you're strong. You have people that will carry you wherever you need to go.
And she looks at you, and her face is, warm with admiration, and she says that it's really nice to see you again, fledgling. Your feathers came back, very beautiful color. You were so scared when I took you under my wing, and I'm happy that you were able to find your home again. But and I did. I really it ate at me not telling the lot of you, but I knew that I needed to make it here. And if I told you earlier, I don't think I would have had the heart to. But I can't express the relief. Even if you were going to argue with me, or you hate me, or you're mad at me, I can't tell you the relief I have in my heart seeing you here, at least right now.
Durai nods. I think tries to say something, but can't make out the words. They're going to kneel next to them and just kind of place their hand on their knee and just sit there.
Mm-hmm.
With them.
You ever see a sunset like this before?
Never.
It's something about it here. It all seems frozen in time, a place away from all of it, all of the burdens. And I heard rumors about Loom and what it does to the mind, and after walking my way through that forest and seeing what was out there, I knew that it could take part of me, but it probably would never take the part of me I wanted to get rid of. But here, the warmth and the respite. It's not taking anything away, but it's giving me a chance for something.
I think we see Panos like almost start to talk a number of times. Truly unsure of what to say. And so they pause for a minute. I actually would love to check in with my monomyth.
Yeah, for sure.
Like really like trying to, for Panos to try to truly understand like where her and Lily's experiences over have a moment
Yeah.
of not so much empathy, but like where their stories diverge and kind of reconnect.
Yeah, I think that's a perfect roll.
That's going to be a 19.
19. Your monomyth is going to dredge up some memories that early on for a young Panos. You are a witch of the crossroads. Kind of, the, not to say archetypical, but there is no better metaphor for what a witch must go through than a choice between two paths. One with a cost and a boon, and the other with naught. And here, the choice, while you might not agree with it, is a similar kind of crossroads. The price is high for liberation. No, that's not it. That's the word the tower would like me to use. Agency. Just an ounce, a minuscule control over her own life. That's the choice here.
I think Ido is like hearing all this and watching all of this and really struggling to kind of put aside this like quest. Like Lily is the thing that she has been following, right? Like it is the thing that has been in a way keeping her going. And so there's like some weird blurring of lines and like the anger and like the just like the franticness of plans to shift, to change, to whatever, and like that fight against acceptance. I think Ida would try to reach for composure, like something to kind of like help ground her in this like storm of like constant this but this but this. That's a 10.
A 10. Your composure is doing a lot for you right now, and it's not able to hold on to the feelings that you have. And you think back to other times you follow Lily. You've been with them for long parts of their life. Not the hardest parts of their life, but ones that are pretty close. You've watched her put down her own friends, her sisters, others taken by the curse. And you've sat there with fear in your heart that just an emotional distance you needed to maintain to keep it together, to keep cool, to not show cracks while a friend mourned in front of you. And your composure trying to hold on to all of it. You, like her, you know, you might just need to let it go for a second. Be the friend that was there for her for the times you couldn't be. At least right now. Don't let yourself freeze up again.
I think what that looks like is Ido kind of dropping her hand from Lily's shoulder and taking like a few steps towards the cliff, not in like it is like in a sudden way, but she quickly stops. And I think she just screams. I think she just, all of the air and every part of her, like just recklessly shooting it out into this like scene, trying to like clear her mind. And when she's done, she just turns at Lily and asks, "What would you have us do for you in this moment?"
She looks at you. When you turn to her initially, after letting your emotions go, she's smiling. Kind of like a sly corner smile, and she says, I'd join you in the same. I have already. My voice is hoarse. I think if I tried to let it all out again, nothing would come out. But right here in this moment, I thought I had everything that I needed. And I've been sitting here with that frozen. And I realized that I was wrong a little bit, because now I have what I was missing. It's hard, you know, but the patient company, the stories, the closure here, I couldn't ask for anything more than your company, and I can't tell you how much I cherish it. If you all just wanted to take in the sunset for a few moments longer, or however long you want to be out here, I don't think things change that much, but I appreciate it, sharing the space until everything.
I think at that, Ida will just nod. Is Lily standing?
She's sitting.
Yeah, Ida's just going to unceremoniously walk over and sit next to her, and then just lay her head in Lily's lap and just lay there staring at the waves.
She appreciates it, and coming closer to Lily again, being she almost kind of she almost jumps up a little bit, just remembers something, and she says, oh, I'm so terribly sorry. I almost forgot. If I didn't need it up until the very end, I would have left it. But this was always meant for you, Witch Wolf. There isn't a single gunslinger in the West of Wisplay that deserves it more. And she kind of unhooks her holster, and you notice that when her hands are off of her spell pistol, they're shaking. And she hands it to you. It is a beautiful thing. And you're not sure if you have it in you to wield it. But she says that, or she goes on to say, trust me, you don't need to make the same bargain I did. At least not now. I put a lifetime of spite into that thing. It should still be there. And I want it to be yours. As you walk forward on a path you tread your own, you deserve it more than anyone. And she puts her hands together, and that the anxious kind of trembling, the conditioning that she's felt her whole life, to be quick on that revolver, to make sure that nothing can push her over, to make sure that she can keep it together. She has an out to every situation. In the comfort of kind company and a warm sunset, it relaxes the tension in her body, like she's given up her calamity and given it to you.
Yeah, I think Ido just takes it and kind of pulls it tight into her chest and just curls up and very unceremoniously lays down in Lily's lap.
You feel her hand on your shoulder. One of her kind of like softer talons kind of trailing the side of your hair in a very kind way. You've been with each other for a long time, but you've never really been this close. Both of you have been too guarded for it. And you feel like that those years of missed connections and words unsaid and implied friendship and meaning, you feel it in every trace of her hand on you, in every kind of warm comfort of this kind of embrace. And as this moment kind of goes forward, unless anyone has anything they directly want to say, all of you share stories. You find small moments of closure. You see this this witch who is too young to be old smile and laugh for the first time since you've really met her in a way that is kind of weightless and without the burdens of everything she's dealt with for her whole life. And the moment draws and draws and draws until there's nothing left to say. There's no more to give. There's only things to let go of. Do you want to let go?
Ido does not. Ido very firmly does not, but she will.
Yeah, I mean, Panos also like does not know, like finds themselves deeply able to understand, but at the same time, like has no words for it. I think there's that space. And as somebody who ultimately respects that a choice is someone's own, does not like the choice, but is at the same time like willing to let it be.
Already, you're muted.
Etlin is sitting there and she says, well, my friend, I unfortunately have promised an old bird that I would leave here, and a promise I will keep. But I wish you every happiness. She'll go to leave.
Atlin, cherished old friend, you've given me any and every happiness that I could ask for. Oh, actually, one more for the road, if you wouldn't mind. Do you happen to have any a cigarette I would smoke?
Of course. And she will take a cigarette herself and kind of light one off of the other and pass it over to her as she's getting ready to leave.
And you both light up together, and you smoke. You look at the sunset. You feel the burn of the cigarette get close to your fingers, and you realize that time's up on it. You give her a pat on the shoulder. There's something about the kind of shared Suspiria, the inhale and exhale of a calm and well-tendered heart that you think you're going to remember for a long time.
And she'll go stand with the others.
Durrani has stood up and is now looking at the sunset over the cliffs and will look at Lily and say, they're stumbling over their words, and would you like to fly one last time with me?
I think I would. But I think that I want this last flight to be unassisted.
Durai starts to argue about a dozen times before stopping themselves, but will extend their arm to help them up.
She knew you would, in some ways, and kind of like the back and forward banter kind of almost relieves a little bit of the tension, the back and forward insistence. And even in this emotionally heavy moment, it brings a little bit of relief to both of you. Just the struggle makes you feel like you have a little bit more control than you did for both of you. And I think with kind of these final goodbyes, this image of kind of Lily sitting this crossroads, a sunset, a tower falling apart at the foundation, and the warm light. It's something to remember, and it's and leaving all of it behind. You're never going to know if Lily flew, if she was able to lose that part of herself that she tried to lose in Loom, if she was better than her curse, or if it took her. But you do know that the tower, the card that held on to her for so long, is now and forever will be just a card. The things that you remember about Lily have nothing to do with fate. It has to do with having a friend. And that is the end of the unknown. There's a little more that can be done in mechanics of the game with Enoch and everything, but for our little play here, I couldn't imagine a better ending. I know that it's a very, very heavy game. So thank you all for coming and experiencing it and giving Ambition and this fable the space and tenderness and sincerity to to earnestly engage with what it's going for. I appreciate it more than anything.
Thank you. While skipping our bit where we normally transition to talking about the game, let's talk about that experience of play and have some time to decompress and chat a little bit. I think Yanni, just starting with like normally I whip around and I'll go last, but I do think like I think I've heard you mention a couple of times like this is a personal story, right? Like without any to divulge any too many things. Tell us a little bit about this story and why it matters for you and why it's one of the core ones you wanted to tell through Ambition.
So when I was working on Ambition, there's always kind of been a hole in my heart for the kind of deeply introspective stories that I want to be a part of more, and I want to share with people that I care about. And I think a lot of games, well, I don't want to compare it to a lot of other games. I think that I wanted to make something that has a kind of system that allows you to deeply, earnestly, sincerely, and introspectively engage with characters and stories and themes and tones that are deeply uncomfortable, sublime, challenging, macabre, or taboo. And there's a lot of kind of through lines and ambition about burning yourself up, reaching for something unattainable. And gun witches were one of the first things that I made. Even pre-Ambition, there was my fixation of just this narrative through line of having something inside of you that is the source of your liberty, it's the source of your agency, and is also the thing that will end you, the calamity, the unavoidableness, the way it has to change who you are. And the Tower as a tarot card is that's why they're the same thing, and it's also my favorite tarot card in things. So this Fable the Unknown, it's a deeply introspective walk through kind of Ambition's core theme of kind of either reaching for heaven from underneath or feeling what it feels like to fall, trying to. And alongside kind of this tonal experience of people that are stuck in memories, people that are stuck kind of chasing not the shape of a future, but the kind of figments of a past, and a character that you all love and cherish that has decided that agency and liberty exist only in the present moment, and it's one that has to be seized. So yeah, I think that's kind of a lot of the theming. I always think that conversations like this are are difficult, and the kind of philosophical back and forward of comforting someone in a position like this, or the feelings that you have of being with somebody at the end of absolutely everything, are very difficult. And I think that that's why it's very important to me to be able to play through that, to have a shared story experience exploring all of that.
Thank you. I'll open it up. Does anybody have any thoughts or questions, things they want to share?
I appreciate kind of the care you took to make sure that the content warnings were like up front, like on the tin. I think like having that knowledge and then getting to kind of play through all those parts of like all those different kind of set pieces in my brain, it already, this is like a very dreamlike space, the unknown that we're like all experiencing. And I think like there was something heading into that last encounter that it's like, oh, what are we gonna do? Maybe we do a tribunal. Maybe we do this, that, and the other. And I think it was the Six of Wands that you pulled, that it was like there was just that like note of finality. And it in my brain it like flipped a switch that it's like we're not trying to save the world. We're kind of watching the moments of a dying star. And I think trying to navigate that place. You know, I not to get too much into it, but like myself and some other friends, I think in our lives have had watershed moments where it's like it could have really gone one way and then it didn't. And I think it's so interesting to like have that, to be in this kind of space outside of time where the choice has already been made. And so it's not about the choice, it's about the goodbye. And so it was just really lovely. Sorry, I'm trying not to cry. That was just a really lovely moment. And I was trying to think of like, what would be the thing that you would want to hear that's not like trying to kind of guilt trip you or reverse your decision. Like if we're living in a space where it's like, this is kind of the, it's like the moment that's going to happen. It just is like, I don't know. It was very freeing in that sense of like, yeah, you know, one last cigarette to share the moment and kind of, I don't know. It was just really interesting. It was a weird, like, not weird pejorative, but like just different and unique space to play in that I think like had any kind of other game tried this, or even like if we didn't have the prep of all the different parts of the unknown that we were going through, I think that would have been like a much harder conversation to have, even more so than it was. But it's like you kind of get that like warm up and you get, I don't know, it was just really interesting. I really appreciated that. And I felt like, you know, you see OCW like that and you're like, okay, this may be a little intense, but you know, I think they'll handle it well or whatever. And it's like it really felt like we earned that moment to kind of get to have that discussion. And I think that was really interesting. So
thank you. I appreciate it so much, by the way. And you're touching on like a lot of the exact feelings that I care about a lot with stuff like this. Specifically, even like, you know, sharing a cigarette at the end of everything, but like the relief of the cigarette, but then also the burn of it touching your fingers. It's warm, but in like a very, very hard to deal with way, and something that you eventually have to let go of. But I appreciate as much as like this encounter is challenging in an emotional way and like a positive connotation for me to run, it is very, very challenging for players as well. And I always appreciate that open-heartedness coming into something like this and kind of putting yourself in a frame to like comfort, like you said, the dying star. I think that that is a wonderful way to describe it.
I think it like for me, and it's something that like it's hard to, I think it's hard to convey in play sometimes that like two things can be true.
Mm-hmm.
And like in this moment, like two things were very true, right? A decision had already been made. Um, like the fate that was happening, like the way Artie you said it, like we were kind of in a liminal space where it was just like there wasn't there was no change to the action that was going to happen, but like there was agency of how we like engaged with that. I don't know, like and even like Lily's whole character, right? Like two things can be true. She can be loved, she can be a force that like drives people's life, and she can also just be like tired. And I like for me, a lot of the times when I'm like playing a game, especially like a heavier scene or something like that, like it's or heavier topics, right? It's like nice to have like touchstones and I or like what would like how do I like ground myself in this feeling and there it was really first of all, like shout out fellow players. Hell yeah, y'all rock. Like that was like such a magical thing to just like all kind of sit in that same space and Yanni for like kind of building that so it was a safe space to kind of talk through and like and just kind of brush against a really difficult truth. Um, but like the touchstone that you go to, like for me, it was, you know, uh, Sam letting Frodo get on the boat, right? Like it's that sort of, yeah, man, like the world that I perceive with you in it is different than the one that you are experiencing. And there's nothing that can change that. Like, and if there is something that can change that, like it is unknowable to me in this moment. And like the kind and loving thing is letting you have the agency over what comes next, even when I can't like understand or accept, right? And I think that like it can be really difficult to and really damaging, I think, if people try to like touch those heavy things in play without the right setup, without the right tools and like instruments to get you there. So, round of applause for me to like be able to set that tone in a safe way, in a way that it like we were still playing even when it felt heavy, like even when I'm like openly weeping. like I think that that's like a really special hallmark of this is that you that can happen.
Yeah, I thank you as well for like I said before, like the emotional vulnerability and stuff too. And I think that with what you're saying as well, the kind of finding those touchstones and everything. I really, really liked how you played Ido, specifically kind of anger as a process of grief, of like just a raw coming to terms with this kind of scenario and finding like this resolve inside of oneself to have to mourn someone and comfort them at the same time. And I think that that's very hard and very heavy. And I think that you played it in an exceptionally beautiful way. I also think that one thing I really love about running this encounter is that it's one of like I don't like mechanizing it too much because I think that this is like kind of a capstone without mechanization in a lot of ways. But there's a lot of empty space in this encounter for quiet, and the quiet is a very important part of play. And I think that that really, really does something kind of transient to how this scene plays out. And sharing those quiet moments with you was very wonderful with everyone here.
I love the note about not mechanizing it because again, like it would be so tempting, I think, for a lot of people to kind of like turn it into something else than what it like if you're truly gonna kind of like go to these spaces, right? And you're gonna
Mhm.
turn these ideas over. Sometimes there are ideas too big for a dice roll. Sometimes there are like feelings that are too too deep, too personal to like leave it up to a stat. And what I really appreciated about this was that it was very open, it was very fluid. And like I like as a player felt that space able to do like whatever I needed to do, right? Like I could have gone had a full-blown meltdown.
Yeah.
Like that would have been totally acceptable and like even like reasonable in the moment, right?
Yeah.
But like, and I think that's what these kinds of like big feeling heavy things require. Um, in my humble opinion. But I'm really grateful that it wasn't like roll to save your friend because that would have
Yeah.
felt
Press F to pay respects. Yeah. And on that too, one thing that's like, I want to stop using the words like I really like about whatever, but the way that voices play into this encounter, kind of like the only mechanic that you have in Tales when fate is taken away from you, is that it puts the river, me, the one that's helping you through your subconscious, as almost kind of in a position where I'm like playing out Lily and their story is rigid and the comfort is important. And then you can check in with me, your inner voice, to help process and sort your feelings on the matter as well. Where because the way the voices work, they never bring out action. They urge you to act, or they can consult you with action. When you ask them questions, that introspective nature of it means that like you get to actively kind of pull apart and deeply engage with feelings that you might not even have the words for as a player. But the other playtests I ran for this encounter, the way that players use voices here, I think is one of like the most memorable part of Ambition, where instead of like trying to progress a scene forward or gain information about something, a lot of the voice checks are like, how do I even deal with this feeling inside of me? How do I let go of a friend, or how do I process this grief to be stronger? Like how you use composure as well, right? Like how do I keep myself together in a situation where I feel like I can't? And that is the core heart of the system. That's like the storytelling that is the most important to me. And I think that like the kinds of stories like this one's the ones that I really care about, and the ones that are like, like other fables aren't as heavy and dark as this one, but they all touch on something that requires tools for introspection. And to have like a game come alive in front of me, like to have built the structures for it, and then to put them into the context of to run things that are challenging in a way that I've are just deeply important to me, is like one of the most fulfilling things I've ever done with my life.
Just kind of to jump off of that, and also like what Sarah was saying, for me, the thing that struck me the most about this like last final scene is that I never met these characters until 2 weeks ago. However, this conclusion after the journey and after the story that we played through felt like it was appropriate. It felt like this was like their story, that you take this group and this is this group's story at the end of it. Them knowing Lily, their interactions with Lily, all of us interacting with each other, and it it really resonated because like I Durai, yeah, it just as a very emotional person for this, it really felt easy to characterize what Durai was feeling, because this is just how they feel about Lily and how they are watching everyone else interact with them and figure out like what to even do, and how Ida was acting in Panos and at Edlin. It was just this characterizing, like going through the voices. I I'm just gonna say the same thing over and over again just because it felt just right at the end.
Thank you. I really appreciate it. And I absolutely adored the way that you played Durai in this encounter as well. I mean, even as I was thinking through the way that Lily responded to the last flight comment, I've been sitting here thinking about other ways that um, I would have responded if Lily was so choked up on their words. And I appreciate it. You've given me like a lot of things to think about in the context of how I run the story. not just like in the way that I want to run it next time, but as like an idea that I want to sit and reflect on.
No, it is like there's like numerous moments where I'm like in play. I'll like look at my, like in that last game was like look at your character sheet and be like, and there's a classic like OSR rule of like the answer isn't on your character sheet. I don't know that I've ever felt more like I wanted there to be from my than in this moment, which I think like in a couple of ways like speaks to like the difficulty of the moment, right? Like you're looking for these. Yeah, I do have a question. Like, have you had people in playtests like try to shift this into a different mode of play, or by the time people get to this point, is there like typically like a, oh no, like we get it, like you told us this was coming, like it just like internally there feels like sense of the temptation to just be like, I think Artie mentioned it, like tribunal, let's like can we
Yeah.
talk her out of this, like is this something that players kick to a whole lot, or like what has been the experience of people running through this adventure?
So I've had that happen once where we try to mechanize this out in a tribunal, and I think that there's something that happens in play there that's very interesting, where the needs to satiate the terms of your grief overcome the needs to comfort someone that is very important to you. And I think as a mechanics, as metaphor, there's something that is very amazing there that can happen, and it comes away like more painful, obviously, but not less like deep or robbed of this moment. Um, I've had players push kind of the selfishness of everything here too very, very far. And while there isn't a way to reconcile that, the way that you can kind of walk away from this like endeavor with a lot of very strong negative feelings that eventually, if you run ambition as a long-term game, like can turn into regret, I think is very I don't want to say topical, but like the mechanics are doing the storytelling metaphor that I intend for them to do. The more agency you try to have over control of the situation, the more you're hurting somebody that's close to you. And engagements and tribunals as an expression of agency are very intentionally designed to kind of give you the better tools to deal with situations against people that can't agree with you. So like in engagements or like or the way that I like engagements working is that it's violence is ideological when you're fighting against people that are like you, and against beasts it's metaphorical. So like the corpse encounters are all metaphorical, and that kind of that direct amount of agency in either a tribunal or engagement is an expression of I need the tools to deal with my heartache or my grief or my inability to come to terms with the death in front of me or something. And the way that ambition gives you agency, I think, reinforces a kind of like a different tone of this story, but one that I think is just as important if a player needs to experience it through play, if that makes sense.
Yeah, no, I love that. Yeah, there was a like when I was kind of in that mechanized mode of thinking, I was like, oh, I want to look at Lily with my right eye, right? Or I'm like I'm also like there is a moment which like thinking as Panos, I'm actually scared that because of the space that we are in, because of the like dreamlike nature of the area around the tower, like has this already happened? Like, are we even talking? Like, are we talking to an echo of Lily who is real and full and allows us to process her own experience, but also like, if this is a fixed point, there's a level at which like, do I find out this is a corpse that it's already happened?
Like, oh, that's so I've never heard that specifically before, but what an absolutely beautiful way to avoid a mechanic. Like genuinely, like I think that it's actually super meaningful, the fear of uncovering more here than what you want to come to terms with. Like I think that that's so cool.
Yeah,
I appreciate that a ton. That's so awesome.
Yeah, I wanted to bring it up because I was like, it also like it felt like it was a player choice ultimately, right? But it like a character choice. Like Panos does not necessarily want this information given the previous two encounters, right? Like, this is not actually helpful for me to know in this moment, and may only make me more upset when I do know, or make me
Yeah.
feel like I have agency that I don't have,
Yeah.
it was a really interesting mode of play to suddenly find yourselves in. Yeah.
That's absolutely like genuinely super beautiful. And then there's one last like mechanical thing that I would like to talk about as well on top of that too. And something that's like I think very important to what Ambition is doing like broadly as a game, specifically as like a Taoist game and also as a storytelling game about storytelling. So in Ambition, the pursuit of your ambition eventually kind of corners you into becoming like an archetype, like a fixed idea or part of a story that you have to remove your own agency to capitulate to. You have to at the same time become the idea as you chase the idea to achieve your ambition. And it's moments like this, specifically the metaphor that's kind of set up through the fate mechanics that really embody a lot of what's pulling at the seams of ambition. Because in Taoism, ambitions are anathema. They are like very much corrosive to the way. And when you look at how the mechanics of a sojourner, so Lily is like a sojourner, which means they're a long-term NPC that will show up during downtime, and whenever you draw the tower, they make their fate known. When you can play the unknown in a way where this character shows up a lot during your downtimes, and then they burn out, and then you go and you do this pursuit. There's a really important thing that's happening when they burn off of the tower card, because what they're saying is that like, or what's happening is the fate is being separated, so like they'll never achieve their ambition, and they'll never become a fixed part of the story, and they'll never show up again when you draw the tower. Their physical presence is gone, but this end to their existence that you have, this memory that you have, this very individualized, personal, grief-filled, comfort-filled moment is what's remembered. So when the tower card is drawn empty, there's loss. There's meaning that is gone, but it's stuck with you. It has nothing to do with fate. It has to do with your memories. And that like deeply personal association that comes from the way that this is structured contextualizes Lily as like a individual who took the reins to be herself. And then in Ambition, a lot of times you're being an individual that's taking the reins to be something more than yourself. And that contrast is felt now. If you've played more Ambition after this, it's felt every time the tower is drawn. Like another Gunwitch might become the next tower card, or another Sojourner might join downtime, or a Nemesis might do it. But for players, like Lily is the tower. Her fate's not entwined with it anymore, but she's the one who defied it. And the sunset at the end of everything is the moment, the very present moment that you reflect on, instead of just like, this is a character that's a mechanic that I think about. And that was very important to me too.
Well, if you want a bunch of introspection,
What a transition there, bud.
yes, I'm a pro.
Yeah.
I'm a pro. If you want to get deep in your feels and think about stuff real hard while playing a game, go to ttrpg.link/ambition. It's got a couple days left on it. This has been great. Yeah, I don't like, words will fail us if we try to keep on talking about things.
Yeah.
Let's do the end of the show whip around. Dusty, if people want to find you, where's the best place for them to look for you at?
Yeah, you could find me either at Dustehill on most social platforms that matter, or where I make games at From Dust to Dice.
Awesome. Artie.
You can find me basically everywhere.
Ooh.
Basically everywhere as Werewolf BF. That's where is in the question, wolf is in the animal, and the letters B and F. Check out my game Dying to Light at +1EXP's website, and also check out Sprigs and Kindling. I'm the cover artist there, so I do all the interior covers. So check it out.
Awesome. Sarah, after you're done yawning.
I tuckered myself right out. There are too many big feelings. I'm so tired now. No. Hi, I'm Osiris Franco. You can find me here at +1EXP. I'm all over the internet. Anywhere I care to be as Osiris Franco. I can't remember which one of you said that, but I'm stealing it now. I mean, I'll be at PAX. Come say hi. We'll all be all the plus one folks will be at PAX. So if you're gonna be there, come get a crisp high five. And I'm proud of you, kiddo.
Excellent. Yanni, people want to follow your work outside of Ambition. What's the best place?
Yeah, I usually go by Yanni on most things now. Yanni with like the evil eye. That's my that's a most people on most platforms. But I think my handles places might still be the Urban Avian in some places, or the Press Betwixt, which is what my itch.io is, and my like publishing stuff is. But follow me on Blue Sky. I'm most active there. If you like storytelling games that do something challenging, like you got to see on stream today, come check out Ambition on GameFound. We're doing really well, but I don't like shilling for it that much after this kind of session. I think it kind of speaks for itself. And also I'm going to be at PAX. So if you want to meet up, say hi, talk about storytellings, talk about TTRPGs, talk about whatever, I'm going to be at PAX as well. So hopefully I can see you guys there.
And thanks to your favorite zine fiend and mine, Wes Franks, for running production these last few weeks, for setting us up, and for all of their work helping support Ambition and everything we do here at Plus One EXP. Also, too, we'll be at PAX. There, said it. I'm already here. I've been waiting all year long. PAX 2025 because I live here. Yeah, we've got a bunch of cool stuff we'll be announcing and sharing at PAX. Our new annual theme. We got some cool merch coming out for it. All that kind of stuff. We don't have a good way to end the stream, especially this time, because we're all sitting with it. So
goodbyes, as we learned today, goodbyes are very, very hard.
Yeah, they are. We're gonna wave at the stream until Wes takes us off the air. Bye, everybody.